Alrighty then. It's time. It's finally time for us to actually get on with the goddamn story. We are going to SUMERU. We are going to SUMERU. We're gonna go find a bunch of people covered in plants or something. I'm not sure what to expect. We've met a few characters from SUMERU due to the Summertide Scales and Tales events, but I don't know what to expect other than that. I know that Fontaine might end up being more of a technological, clockwork, inventive place, much like that. SUMERU, I believe, is a land of dancing, which is as much as I know. But we'll see how that goes. As for stuff that's happened between games, I have fucked up a little bit. Because I never should have done that Ascension quest. Because now, after having done that Ascension quest, and then leveling up to Adventure rank level 55, I am now stuck on world level 7. Meaning, I can't go down any lower than that. I can go up to level 8, but fuck that. Stuff is just, like, I can do it. I can do it. But, it's hard. Everything takes, like, honestly, the timed battles, the arena challenges that are dotted around the place, really hard now. Like, in some cases, just barely able to do it. And I thought, oh, we'll get to level 55 and it'll have to do another Ascension rank. Nope, I forgot. The level 5s don't need a quest to go up. They just go up. You're fucked. So fucked it. Other than that, I've done a bunch of grinding. I have cleared out pretty much entirety of Chenyu Vale. Obviously, I'm not completely done. We're at about the 80% mark. Trying to find everything in there is annoying because, like the rest of fucking Liyue, stuff is hard to find. It's just hard to find. So we're going to leave it for now. I haven't done much exploration in the chasm. As you can see, the exploration rate is only 44%. Does that count for the... Wow, so I've actually explored more of underground than I have overground. That's fascinating. But not unusual for me. Anyway, other than that, we're going to go ahead and get into SUMERU. Now, obviously, I have got the Traveller as our mainstay, because obviously, as soon as we get in there, we're probably going to go grabbing the Dendro element to go with. Let's do this. Also, I'm trying to get his weapon up. His weapon, for some reason, isn't fully upgraded. But I need them. I need them. Okay, no. Hang on just a tick. I want to check something. And that might not be the case, but it also might be really dumb of me. Because, yeah, I need my strong team, man. I need everyone to be as strong as possible because we're going into it at level 7. No, we have none of that stuff. Make 2 of these, though. At least those will be ready. But yeah, until tomorrow, I can't do it. I just completely forgot about doing it on the days that it obviously can be done. So, Whoopsie. I have finally gotten Jiangling up to level 90. She's actually quite powerful. She's actually almost as strong as Darius already, with a spear. So yeah, that's awesome. I mean, obviously Dialog continues to be my absolute G. No one is going to end up being stronger than him, I do not think. Like, I looked at his stats earlier. Nope. He's got a base attack of 900. Base attack of 900. If I unequipped everything on him, he'd still be pretty goddamn strong. I mean, yeah, he's got some really goddamn good accessories, artifacts, whatever. But yeah, he's just a beast. He is my DPS king. And everyone else is like, yeah, I'll give you a hand, give you a few buffs, blah blah blah. But yeah, let's go. Again, I don't know what to expect. Obviously, I expect jungle because Dendro. I expect, yeah, mostly just plants and stuff. Like, stuff revolving around plants and dancing is all I know so far. Are you gonna go? Yep. Four-leaf sigil. Oh, wouldn't that be nice to have in general? So there's the Dendro Archon statue.
Now we made it to SUMERU. Our next objective should be
SUMERU,
to
not
SUMERU
SUMERU,
City
SUMERU.
and find a way to meet with Lesser Lord Kusanali. And speaking of Lesser Lord Kusanali, even though we haven't heard too much about her, she doesn't seem to be the same deity who abducted your sister. But even so, people call SUMERU the Nation of Wisdom, you know. If we can get a chance to meet the God of Wisdom, maybe she can give us some useful information.
Maybe.
Paimon doesn't know the way to SUMERU City. Maybe even if we can't see exactly where the city is, at least we'll be able to check for some smaller settlements nearby.
Sure. Oh, a person.
Wait a second. Look! There's someone up ahead!
Ew.
Perfect timing! Now we can
As
just
for how
ask
we're gonna approach this,
questions rather than
we're going
wander around like lost
straight
adventurers.
through the Archon
Hey
quest.
there! We're not from around here and seem to have gotten a little lost. We'd like to ask for some directions. Huh? Did they not hear Paimon? Hey! You over there! Could you give
Not
us
gonna
some
lie, if I heard
directions?
Paimon, I'd probably ignore her as well.
What's going on here? There's no way she could have missed that. Wait! Could she be ignoring us? How dare she? Well, even so, she might be heading someplace where we could find other people to ask. Let's keep our distance and follow her. When we get the chance, we'll just ask someone else for directions.
The other thing I wanted to do, but forgot about because I always forget.
Come on, let's follow her. Just keep quiet. Make
Yeah,
sure
that'll
she
probably be
doesn't
fine.
notice us.
Chat is unlocked. Move chat over to there so it's not being covered by my bloody pie section.
A reward on the road.
Dendro sigils. Yo! Eaton. We're finally here, buddy. We're finally here. I could maybe go up a bit further, but... Are we gonna get the power here? Okay. Yeah, I'm confused now. Because when I was doing Chen Yu Vale, I could obviously see the edge of what I understand to be Fontaine. So they go that away. But what is these bits? We should find out. And Dendro powers activate! Yeah, I've been finding them in Shenyu Vale, so I'm assuming they are the new enemy that's supposed to be here, but I kind of saw beforehand. Actually, no, I saw them in Summertide. Yeah, that's it. They're fun. Resonate with Dendro! Lovely. What am I gonna get to upgrade? What am I gonna get to upgrade? Oh, obviously Adventure XP. Lost Oculi. Cool. That's fan-dabby-dozy. Now let's see what this lady is ignoring us. Firstly, so we've got normal attack. Ooh. It's a bit like the electro attack, to be honest, but with more short range. So hopefully it's more powerful. We'll see what the ultimate is in a minute.
Huh? She just walked near that small waterfall and then suddenly vanished. Let's go take a closer look.
I mean, the green looks good, so.
Paimon thought this cave would lead to a village or something, but it looks like that's not the case. Look, she's sitting over there. Wait, she couldn't possibly be living here, could she? What should we do now? Alright then. It's not like we have anyone else we can ask. Even if she's not very friendly, we just need her to point us in the right direction. That's all. Oh. What a lovely smell. It's coming from that sensor over there. This is definitely not your typical place to call home, but at least it smells nice. Maybe living here wouldn't be too bad after all.
Ooh.
Huh?
He's
What's the
getting the
matter?
shivers.
You don't look too good. What? Is the smell making you feel sick? Strange. Paimon doesn't feel anything. What's happening? Traveler? This is no time for a nap. Oh, come on.
Saw that coming. Pings tend to not go well for us. Okay. That's not what I expected. I thought we were just going to turn up in some prison or something again. Seems like every time we enter a new area, something gets fucked over on us. But no, giant whispering tree. Makes sense for a Dendro area, I guess. Righto. Why bother giving us back control for like 5 steps? I hate it when the games do that. Forget me?
Are you sure it's not serious? The Traveler's been out for a long time now. Yes, you can relax. Believe me, Master is extremely knowledgeable. If he says that he's going to be alright, then there's absolutely
I've got
nothing to
you.
worry about. Oh, are you awake now? Oh, thank goodness! Traveler, you're finally awake! Well, we're at... Good question. Where are we? Hyman was in such a panic when you passed out that she even forgot to ask what place this is. This is Gandharvaville. It was originally built by scholars from Sumeru as a place to rest in the rainforest. Now it's mainly used by the forest rangers as a base of operations. My name is Kale. I'm a trainee forest ranger. My master and I found you passed out during our patrol, so we brought you here.
Okay.
Oh, no things are necessary. I didn't do anything really. By the way, how are you feeling now? Any discomfort? Oh, that's Master's herbal medicine you're tasting. He gave you some while you were unconscious. Before I forget, Master mentioned you should take more medicine once you wake up. Whoops!
Kale, what's the matter? Were you trying to retrieve the medicine? As I've already told you, you must be careful with these. I'll get it for you once I am finished here.
What are you?
Sorry, Master.
Now, the guide to Avidia Forest's edible fungi is clearly posted on our bulletin board,
Like
but
a weird
if
black
Farbode
fox.
forgets which mushrooms to avoid one more time, I'll have no choice but to leave the guide somewhere a little more visible. Like right smack on his forehead so others can remind him to be careful.
Right? This is the second time he's come down with food poisoning this month. I'll be sure to give him a good talking to.
Yes, please do. If, on the off chance, Farbode simply enjoys having little imaginary fairies dance before his eyes, then we'll just let him be. But the next time he requires any of our medicine, be sure to charge him accordingly. So, how are you doing? Feeling better?
Oh, this is my master, Forest Watcher Tainari. He is chief officer over all the rangers here in Gandharvaville.
Tainari.
I already informed Paimon about the reason you fell unconscious earlier. But now that you're awake, let me explain it for you as well. It is common practice for Sumeru scholars of certain darshans to dedicate themselves to training in meditation in isolated areas, particularly the nearby forests. While meditating, they use a certain incense known as Spirit Borneal to help calm their minds as they enter a state of deep rumination. In hopes of asking directions, you
So
two
we got
followed
high.
a scholar
We got
named
high as balls.
Acacia into her cave. The
Acacia?
incense you smelled inside was the Spirit Borneal I just mentioned. That incense typically has no effect on most people, but for a very select few, it can have profound effects on one's cognition, as you experienced firsthand. Does that make sense? Very good. Now, answer me this. Did you feel anything after passing out? Say, any out-of-body experiences, or did you see anything while unconscious?
Well, a giant fucking tree.
Kale, let the others know to stop bringing their patrol logs here for now.
Huh? Why?
Because these two will be staying here for the next few days. They can have my room, and I'll bunk with Amir. Now get a move on, and be sure to do as I've said.
Yes, Master Tainari. Wait, hold on a second. Can you tell us what's going on?
Sure, let me fill you in. I originally planned to send you on your way once you finished your medicine. However, it appears now that you should stay a while longer in Gandharvaville for further observation while you recuperate.
Further observation?
No need to be hasty. As long as you have the capacity to judge between right and wrong, I promise that you'll understand the gravity of the situation once I explain everything to you. Based on what you saw after smelling the incense and losing consciousness, we can conclude that you experienced a powerful hallucination, which suggests
No, I'm
your
just the
mental
main
state
character,
is
and this shit happens
not
to me
in
every
the best
goddamn
of
day.
shape. If you're skeptical, have a whiff of this.
Oh, are you okay?
You're experiencing a similar sensation as when you passed out, aren't you? So even though your condition is stable as of now, if I were to haphazardly let you leave, it's highly likely that you'd suddenly pass out again somewhere else. The rainforest is home to many fierce animals and hazardous areas. If something were to happen to you again, I'm afraid you might not be so lucky. For now, I suggest you continue taking your medicine each day and avoid wandering off on your own, at least until you stop having adverse reactions to this kind of smell. Okay? Good. Now, continue resting while I fire up another bowl of medicine for you.
Seriously? We just arrived in Sumeru and we're already having problems left and right.
What happens every single
Our goals
time?
were set on meeting Lesser Lord Kusanali as soon as
Okay, well, maybe not
possible,
every single time.
You
The entrance to
really
Liyue
don't
wasn't
look
too bad.
Good. It'd probably be best to let you recover first. Hey! Are you even listening to Paimon? Paimon, what's weird? You mean how you're feeling now? You mean the vision of tree roots and red skies you saw? But if those weren't hallucinations, what could they be?
It always comes back to
Considering how
Kanria.
unique you are,
Kanria.
Paimon trusts your judgment here. But why didn't you say anything about it to Tainari? If he misjudged your condition, then there's a chance you could get worse, right? Huh? You mean that Tainari already knows that what you saw weren't hallucinations? But if that's the case, why would he try to hide that from us?
That's a very good question.
Oh,
But again,
Paimon gets it now.
it happens to
That
us all the
explains why
time.
you were so quiet earlier.
People are constantly hiding stuff from us.
That settles it
It's
then.
very annoying.
Stay here to rest up and figure out what's going on with your hallucinations.
A lot of things would have gone a lot easier if they
It seems
just
like asking
told us
Tainari
stuff
might not be an option
from the
anymore.
start.
What do you think we should do? Good idea. Kale's pretty friendly. We can ask her tomorrow about what she knows regarding the Dendro Archon and customs in Sumeru.
I'm just saying. Just saying.
Rise and shine! Come on, it's time to go find Kale.
Yeah, right there. And cool. Where are... Oh, okay, they... Isn't actually that far in then. Okay. That's where Sumeru... We are so close to Sumeru City! Are you really worried about us walking along this path? This very short, very small path to Sumeru City? I could be over there in 5 minutes by now. What the hell is wrong with you? You dumbass. Nope. Ew.
All right, next let's see your right hand. Not bad. But please remember that you still need to be careful, understand?
Yes, I will. By the way, Master, I still haven't received the patrol route for today.
Look, Kale, today's patrol will be a long one, so you won't be coming along this time. Besides, there's a chance we may encounter... Well, you understand.
Tell us
Have a vision
what's
too.
going on.
Am I useless to everyone now?
Don't talk like that, Kale. This is not something you need to be worrying about right now. Ah, there you are. Feeling any better?
Yeah, since we'll be staying here for now, we thought we might as well try lending a hand around here.
Seems you're not the type to sit back and take it easy for a while, huh? In that case, perhaps Kale could take you two for a patrol south of Gandharvaville for the day. And if you're feeling up to it, you can be responsible for cleaning the Statue of the Seven.
Tainari, we're ready to head out.
Got it. I'll be right there. All right. We'll be heading into the forest now. I'll leave any further details to Kale.
Yes, you can count on me. So, Kale, what exactly are we going to be doing today? Kanai
Good
mentioned
question.
cleaning the statue just now, but, that doesn't really sound like the job for a ranger. Well, a forest ranger's responsibilities can be pretty diverse. They handle a variety of tasks, like checking the condition of outlying roads, maintaining forest facilities, ensuring fire prevention standards are met, and providing assistance to travelers and locals. As for Master, well, he has to handle more dangerous areas of the rainforest. Today we can perform routine checks on the pathway lamps as we make our way to the Statue of the Seven. Come on, traveler, this way!
Ah, another one. I see it. Where is
You
it?
can leave the task of checking the lamps to me. In the meantime, you two can
I
keep
see
an
you
eye
up there.
out for
I see
anything
you.
unusual.
I'm not gonna get you
For the next interview.
because I should focus on continuing the story. Focus. Focus. Oh, and I also pretty much cleared out Simulanka. Pretty sure I did everything. I've gathered every single chest, every single you know, thing. Done all the side quests. I think there's a few side quests that still need to be finished. When they will come back to me in a couple of days. But other than that, we're pretty much done there.
Nothing wrong with these two lamps.
I
Let's
do
move to the
also
next ones.
have her Kirara now, so that's fun. Actually, now got okay, now I have two. Forgot I could do that. See, 1, 2, yeah, 2 Dendro guys now, which means, yeah, good amount. Well, obviously, 3 now, including the Traveler, which, speaking of... Cool. Go to his character. We will obviously have all of our constellations reset. Our talents unupgraded, which... Oof, we're going to be weaker for a bit, aren't we? I have no idea what any of that is. Oh, yeah, that's why we've been getting some of that, because, yeah, we've been fighting them in the Suntide.
Oh, this lamp seems to be getting a little wobbly. Let me make... no problems with this lamp. Good.
I'm guessing I just get that from the other side. Oh. Well, that's no good. That's broken. Alright. Get that from the other side, then. Well, that is going to be useful. Basically, you've got a grapple hook now. Okay, that wasn't exactly where we needed to be.
The Statue of the Seven is up on top of that large rock formation. You must have seen it when you came down this road before.
You have no idea.
It's pretty high up there, isn't it? Don't worry. If you're afraid you can't make it up there, I'm sure Master wouldn't mind if you don't clean the statue. Oh? I guess I'll leave it up to you then. There's not much footing once you reach the statue, so be careful up there. Paimon will fly up with you and help you with those. By the way, Kale, do you know anything about the Dendro Archon? You know, what's she like? That depends. Are you referring to Greater Lord Rukkhadevata or Lesser Lord Kusanali? Huh? Greater Lord Rukkhadevata?
Interesting.
Is that the name of the former Dendro Archon? Uh-huh. Greater Lord Rukkhadevata was Sumeru's first Dendro Archon. She created the rainforest as well as the wall of Samiel around the desert. Her works provided a means of peaceful living for everyone. To the people of Sumeru, she's not only a symbol of wisdom, but also of power and kindness. Unfortunately, she disappeared in a great calamity that occurred a few hundred years ago.
A few hundred or 500?
According to what Masters told me, the sages later found the newly born Dendro Archon and whisked her back to Sumeru. To celebrate the reinstatement of their lost deity, the sages dubbed her Lesser Lord Kusanali and let her reside in the sanctuary of Sarastana. Uh-huh. Then what happened?
And I'm sure they treated her perfectly fine.
I'm
Yep,
not
no
too
one's
sure
seen
what
her
happened,
since.
to be honest. Huh? You're not too sure? But aren't you from Sumeru? Yeah, I'm from Sumeru. But maybe it's difficult to discuss this topic with strangers. If that's the case, then don't worry, we understand. No, it's not that. I'm not trying to hide something from you. Besides, I don't consider you two strangers. Because you two know Amber, right?
How the fuck did you know that?
You mean... Yes, that's her. I once lived in Mondstadt for a while, and she helped me a lot during that time. You could even say that she helped me become a new person. There's no one like Amber. She lives life to the fullest while always adhering to her strong sense of justice. She's ready to answer the call for action at any moment, but is also very understanding of others. She's like the spark that lights the fire in everyone's heart around her. If you ask me, she's a prime example of a true outrider. She's the first person anyone coming to Mondstadt will meet. You can't help but be enthralled by her charm and enthusiasm, causing you to fall in love with the lands of Mondstadt and...
Oh my god, just kiss already. Fuck.
Sorry.
Jesus Christ.
I thought the work of Outriders was a little different from what you just described, but one thing's for sure, you really like it.
Yeah, really like her.
Sorry, I was rambling on just now. It must have sounded kind of weird. It's alright, Kale. Knowing that you're a friend of Amber somehow makes Paimon suddenly feel a lot closer to you. So, how do you know that we've met Amber? Well, after I returned to Sumeru, Amber and I have stayed in touch by writing each other letters. In one letter, she mentioned that Mondstadt was attacked by a fearsome dragon, but the city was saved by a mysterious blonde traveler and their floating companion. I knew you two were the ones she mentioned in the letter the moment I saw you. But, considering everything you've been through that day...
Well, we are
I
pretty
thought it'd be
famous at this point.
inappropriate to bring it up. So that's how you knew. Yep. So please
Also,
know that
we're
you two
now
have
at the
my
point where we
complete
are
trust.
so
Really.
fucking
I
famous,
wish I could tell you more
right?
about the Dendro
We're so
Archon,
known by
but
everyone in
I've been away
Mondstadt,
from
everyone in
Sumeru for
Leeway,
some
everyone in
time,
Izuma.
and I haven't read
Honestly,
any
if we don't
books.
go into
Sorry.
Natlan and just be like, hey, you know who we are?
That's
Cool.
alright.
Can we get shit
You've
sorted a
already
bit faster
helped
this
us a
time?
lot. We
I know who
haven't
you
even
are. You
heard
know
of
who I
Greater
am.
Lord
Let's go.
Rukkhadevata or the sanctuary of Sarastana until you mentioned them. Oh, I'm happy that was helpful.
But no, we
It
gotta
is
go for the
one
whole
thing I
palaver
wanted to
of getting
ask, though.
ourselves introduced to
Why
everyone,
do
building
you
up a
two want to know about
reputation,
the Dendro Archon?
making sure everyone understands that we are way, way stronger than they will ever be. Just so we can get to the
So
answer,
that's why you're
the
here.
question that we want to ask,
Thank you
which
for
they will
telling
never
me
have
your
an answer
story.
for.
Don't mention it. We are friends after all,
Just
right?
saying.
All right, we have a statue that you both have my thanks. Will you two...
Cleaning up. Whee!
deity that's carved on the statue is kinda small.
Oh, because it's a fucking child.
I think she's supposed to be Greater Lord Rukadevata? The name does seem to fit the statue somehow. Well, anyway, we'll have to figure that out later.
I hope we do.
Let's get started on cleaning
I'm
the
sure
statue.
that
Paimon will fly
the
up
current
and take
Danger
care of the
Archon
topic
is being
and
treated
never
very
forget
nicely
that.
and is absolutely not isolated from everything outside of her place again.
Nice work. That's one clean statue. Let's head down and meet up with Kale.
It's still a bit cracked though, isn't it?
Kale, we're back.
Yay!
Welcome back. You must be tired after all that climbing. Let's take a little break. I brought some fruit and water for us.
We walked like 10 meters from the...
What kind of goodies did you bring?
Ah.
Hey, don't be a party pooper. It's not like Kale is a stranger or anything. Besides, the best way to compliment a chef is to show passion for their food. Xiangling taught Paimon that. I prepared a nice portable dish that forest rangers like to eat called pita pockets. I hope you'll like them.
And what's in them?
What?
Oh my god, she's clumsy.
No, you dropped it on the ground. Not to worry. I wrapped a few layers of oiled paper around each pita. They should be fine.
What kind of oil? Hey! How you doing,
I
Ozzy?
nearly had a heart attack there.
How you been, bud?
Those pitas are amazing! Thank goodness you wrapped them in paper. Paimon wouldn't have been able to sleep at night knowing something so
Pretty good.
tasty had been
I've been watching your videos. You seem to be getting a bit more success
you really
lately.
know how to compliment the
Some
chef,
nice and
Paimon.
high view
Since you liked it so much, I'll be
viewers
sure
and all
to
that
give you
shit.
a copy of the recipe sometime. I'll even include all my personal cooking pointers, so you'll be making your own pita pockets in no time. Yay! Thanks, Kale! It's hard to believe someone as diligent as you could have clumsy moments too. Oh, I guess it happens from time to time.
There is definitely something wrong with her hands. Like she's got a hand injury, or she's got something wrong with her arm that causes like tremors or random moments of paralysis. I don't know. She's got something wrong with her hands. I'm calling it. I mean, we kind of already know that because she was getting checked out by what's his face, but you know, I'm calling it.
So, Kale, don't you think that Tainari's a little too strict with you? He won't let you touch anything without his permission. Paimon knocks stuff over all the time flying around the Traveler, but he's never said anything. Everyone has their clumsy moments. No, you've got the wrong idea about Master. Sure, he may seem a bit harsh at first, but with some time, you'll see that he's actually very kind-hearted. I've heard the veteran rangers say that Master is from some ancient and mysterious race that is known for their cunning wit and reclusive nature. But Master is actually very kind at
Oh
heart.
yeah, that I did that 3 years ago.
By the way, you've heard of the
I'm just
Academia,
catching
right?
up after 3 years.
Well,
So
there's a group
basically, the way I was before
uh,
is I had basically done all of Inazuma
called,
up to the start of the
something. Well,
underground
anyway,
water area.
Because Master does a lot of research
So
and
I've
plans.
basically caught up with
Sages
everything
from
up until
Academia have
literally
written him
just
many
starting
times,
in
inviting him to
SUMERU.
take up an official
So
position there.
is what we're doing now.
But
Is we
Master
just started
declines their
the
offers
danger
every
area.
time, saying Sumeru City is too noisy. It'd be bad. Seems you already know him well. Anyway, I'm sure the sages were not happy about his responses. Master could
We're finally starting to make some progress after I caught up with all the side content, character stories, a bunch of shit.
Every day he helps the locals of the forest and passes on his extensive knowledge to trainees like me. In fact, Master's the one who taught me how to make pita pockets. Really? Paimon would have never guessed that. Oh, speaking of Tainari, he was the one who took care of you after finding you passed out.
Yeah, well, I'm
yesterday.
trying to catch up
He even carried you
before
all the way
Natlan's
here.
released. So hopefully I make it.
Paimon's still
Hey.
kinda upset, though. He kept scolding Paimon the entire way here. Oh no, I'm sorry. Master might have been overreacting a little. But, it's mostly because Paimon wouldn't stop yelling, "Why, oh why, is he going to die?" It probably started to get under Master's skin after a while.
I can relate.
Hey! Don't laugh! Paimon was genuinely concerned about you. Hey! Now even Kali started to laugh. Ugh, that's it! Paimon won't forget this. It's time for some Paimonial rage!
Honestly, it's gonna be a while. Yeah, I'm trying to save some money,
No!
and
Don't touch me!
airsoft's expensive, so it's probably gonna be a while. So yeah, eventually, but just not yet.
Oh, sorry, Kale. Paimon didn't mean to scare you. No, I just... I didn't mean that. Kale, are you okay? What's the matter? No,
Trauma.
I'm fine. I'm sorry. I must have startled you both reacting like that.
Yeah.
Oh, well, it's getting late now. Let's hurry back to Gandharville. I think Master and the others should be back by now, too.
Basically, I've started to
Huh?
really dig down and
What was
start
up with
saving
Kale
money
just
properly,
now?
so that I can
She's
actually
in a hurry all
finally
of a
fucking
sudden.
move out.
Look,
And
she's
that
practically
involves
running
basically
back. Paimon can't
saving
even
as much
see
money as
her
possible.
now.
So, amongst other things, I'm on a certain kind of diet where I'm eating a lot less. I'm eating mainly rice. I'm trying to cut back on... Well, I'm trying to eliminate ordering any food. And yeah, I've just had to cut out airsoft, unfortunately. I mean, it kind of coincided with also me stopping all my airsoft content on my main channel so I could focus on the games as well. So I thought, like, you know what? Let's just take a break. I need the money. I need to save money. So, you know, it's all about that. So, saving money and also trying to focus more on my my gaming content, you know? Because it's kind of working for me right now. And trying to divide my focus on
Traveler, you've returned.
gaming and airsoft is not good.
We're back. Have you seen Kale by any chance?
Oh, Kale? Yes. I saw her go into her room just a moment ago.
Oh, okay. Guess we'll just have to wait and talk to her tomorrow then.
More waiting. I mean, obviously, I'm going to go back to airsoft eventually. I just have to... Yeah, that'd be nice. But I'm trying to focus on Twitch at the moment because YouTube has kind of just turned into a repository for my VODs. Yeah, Twitch is better. Much better. Do you have actually any videos? Hang on. Okay, you do a few... Whoa, 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 whoa. Huh. You've done a few... Wow, you've got 796 followers on Twitch. You should stream a lot more than now. Christ. Yeah, you should really stream. Even if you are just doing editing and stuff. Yeah, dude, stream. What you should do is if you have, like you said, caught up with Genshin, maybe you should do Genshin when Natlan comes out. Do a return by playing through Natlan. And maybe we could do a couple of things together on that. That would be cool.
Paimon was thinking all night about what happened with Kale, and still can't figure out what the problem might be. Maybe she's in a better mood now. Let's go check on her.
I mean, yeah, if you've got a good stream going on and a few
I was
players,
just
and
about to go look for you.
I'm still streaming at the same time, maybe chuck a raid my way. I don't know.
What are you doing here? Where's Kale?
I came to check on Kale's condition. To
Just
put
saying.
it simply, she's not well.
Knew it.
mean she's sick? How could she be...
Oh.
Wait a minute. Could it be because of what Paimon did yesterday?
No, no need to worry. Something as small as you could never harm her. This sickness is something that Kale has been dealing with for some time. Kale has been more excited than usual since you two arrived. A little too much so, to be honest. She hasn't remembered to take care of herself. I suppose it's understandable, though. She hasn't been around anyone she considered a friend for some time now. It must have been refreshing for her to have you two here.
So, Tainari, what's really wrong
I think
with
it is a
Kale?
thing, but I'm not exactly sure how it works.
Let's take this conversation elsewhere.
Like, hang on, let me look it up quickly. I think it's something like, if you're not active, you can set it to, like, on your main page, you can set it so that it would, have someone, whoever you set as. Twitch. Hosting. Oh, did they? Really? Settings, channel, featured content. Hang on, let's look. So create a dashboard, settings, channel, featured content. Oh, okay. Okay. Okay, so what I'm actually talking about is not hosting, it is suggested channels. So, that's why. That's what I was thinking of. Suggested channels. So I'll add British hype to mine. That'll work. Yeah. So if you can add me on your suggested channels, then that'll be great. In create a dashboard, settings, channel, suggested channels. There you go. Why? What's wrong with your dog? Yeah. Oh. I mean, that's not too bad. Is she all drugged up?
All right, let's continue our conversation here, shall we? To be honest, I hadn't realized you're that honorary knight from Mondstadt until Kale
Cool.
told me just now. I've also
Good.
heard all about your
A
deeds in
high
media
dog is
and
always fun.
Inazuma. So just to clarify, what I'm about to tell you about Kale is not because of who you are or your past feats. Instead, I am going to tell you because, well, because Kale asked me to. And honestly speaking, I was against Kale revealing her past to you. But she insisted, saying you two treated her with sincerity and as a friend. So now she wishes to reciprocate the gesture.
So, Tainari, what exactly is wrong with Kale? You said
so
this is something she's been dealing with for some time. Just how serious is it?
Right. Ever since she was a child, she's been afflicted with a disease called Elazar.
Elazar?
Uh-huh.
Yes. It's a disease unique to the lands of SUMERU. It is characterized by dark and hardened scales that form on the body. At first, the afflicted may only feel mild numbness
So it's
on
grayscale,
affected
then?
areas of the skin. However, as the disease progresses,
Alright.
one may begin feeling fatigued and even experience peripheral paresthesia.
Her
In its
thing, her
final
dropping
stages,
things.
The disease strips a person of the ability to control their own body, and they effectively become completely immobile.
Which is why she kept
That
dropping
sounds
stuff.
Terrifying. Wait, hold on. So when Kale seemed to be acting a little clumsy earlier, it was because...
Correct. That would be the effects of Elazar, which is precisely why I do not want her carrying or holding anything, lest she ends up hurting herself. With appropriate treatment, the disease can be effectively controlled before it progresses to a more serious stage. However, there is unfortunately still no true cure for Elazar.
So that's going to be one of our main
Kale's mother still hoped that there was something out there.
targets
She
for
handed
this
Kale
particular
over
series.
to an organization known as the Fatui
Oh, the
after
fucking
one of their
Fatui.
members lied and said they had a cure.
What? The Fatui?
Ah, it appears you already are familiar with them.
Immensely.
That'll save me some explanation. Anyway, the person who eventually rescued Kale and brought her to me for care said that she had been given to a harbinger known as the Doctor. I have no idea how this doctor managed to do it, but her case of Elazar was completely stable for all the years that Kale was with them.
Well, shit, didn't they do
However,
something good?
Kale's days with the Fatui were anything but pleasant. Kale is a resilient individual and always tries to appear cheerful, but her experience with the Fatui has left deep scars. Even now, she can still feel deathly afraid of someone touching her.
Oh, Paimon had no idea.
Well, that's dark as
Kale's
shit.
been through so much suffering.
Oh, by the way, Paimon,
It's the
Kale
implication.
wanted me to tell you that she's sorry for scaring you yesterday. She also wanted both of you to know that she's sorry for hiding her illness.
She doesn't need to apologize. None of this is her fault at all.
Well said. I hope you'll get a chance to tell her that in person the next time you see her. Kale once thought that it would be impossible for her to have any real friendships. I trust that you two will never let my trainee experience such emotional pain again.
I mean, we'll hang out until we have to go to Fontaine.
Take care of her.
Well, it's not too serious at this point. She overexerted herself the last couple of days, which is what led her to break down this time. As long as she has taken her medicine and gets plenty of rest, she should get better. Though I must admit that Kale's condition was much more stable when she first arrived here in Gandharvaville. She was interested in the work of the forest rangers the moment she saw us. I could see that she was serious about learning, so I felt compelled to ask her to join us. Her stamina has gotten much worse recently. Though a moderate amount of physical exercise is always necessary, I'm afraid the long-distance patrols are a little too much for her now. Alright, now that I've told you about Kale's past, I think I'll head into the rainforest to find some...
Yeah, we'd like to do.
Alright, but I must warn you two. The rainforest is a dangerous place, especially for someone who's still recovering, like the Traveler. You must follow closely and listen to every instruction.
No problemo.
Let's go then. We'll be looking for a plant known as the Nilot Pala Lotus. It's often used to help those afflicted with Elazar recover their energy.
And Debbie Dozy.
Where exactly are we going to find this plant?
Nilot Pala Lotuses can be found all over the rainforest, but it often grows right here around Gandharvaville.
Jump mushroom.
Given the name, it sounds like we should be looking for it in the water.
You are correct. The Nilot Pala Lotus grows in the water. When fully
Look,
mature,
the more I
they
find
look
now,
like
the less I
giant
have to
blue
find
flowers
later.
floating on the water's surface.
Leave me alone.
Quite an attractive species, if you ask me. The large petals are actually the plant's leaves and sepals, which surround a very small flower. You should note that many of the plants found in SUMERU have names that are contrary to their species. Take the Cowpelata, for example. The plant is not a lotus at all, but rather a vine. And then there's the SUMERU rose, which is not a rose, and is completely contrary to
I
its
heard
name.
you.
Oh.
Yo.
Huh. Okay then. Note to Paimon. Never bring up the topic of flowers with Kainari.
I haven't got down to your latest one yet. That just turned up today, I think. So, no, I haven't had the time. Why? Did you get, like, throaty or something? Obvious. Oh no, really? Wait, how did the battery set on fire and burn your throat? Shit, man.
I suppose this will do.
I mean, it makes sense. It's been very hot lately. That would definitely make the batteries overheat a lot easier. Yeah, fuck.
There should be Nilode Palolotuses growing somewhere in this area. Let's split up and begin searching. If you could manage to gather 4 of them, that would be sufficient.
Okay, I get you now. I get you.
We'll rendezvous here once you've gathered the
yeah.
needed amount.
Well, those batteries are going to overheat a lot in this heat, man. Alright. That one. Oh, I found a few of these in Sri Lanka.
Alright, we've gathered enough Nilode Palolotuses. Let's head back to meet Tainari.
That's rough, buddy.
Hey, Tainari! We found the lotuses you requested.
Let me have a look. Good. Very good. These are all excellent quality. I'm glad you two came along. Your exploration experience helped save me a lot of time here.
Yeah,
It
buddy.
seems we even have enough time to stock up on other things I need.
Hey, Tainari!
Oh, Tainari, someone's calling your name. They're dressed like a forest ranger.
Ah, yes, that's a mirror.
Was it a gun battery or a camera battery?
Not too long ago. What are they? Let's go find out what's going on.
Tainari, thank goodness we found you here. We were just about to head back and
What
find
did it
you
do
at
to the gun?
Gandharvaville.
What's going on?
We just discovered a withering zone.
Ooh, no.
The withering is back? But the patrol route you were on should have been already cleared just a week ago. It reappeared so quickly. Can you tell me the exact location?
It's up ahead, deep in the river valley. It's appeared in a spot that blocks nearly the entire
Okay,
narrow
that's
part
good.
of the valley area. So
As long
we
as it didn't
decided to
fuck up
come
the gun
find
as
you
well, that
quickly
would have
as
been
possible.
very
And the
costly.
radius of the contamination?
Sorry, I couldn't get a clear enough view to tell.
No one in our patrol team had a vision, and it appeared to still be spreading. So we didn't risk getting any closer.
Oh, I'll definitely be watching that one then.
Okay, I understand. You made the right decision. I'll go deal with it right away. In the meantime, please guide these 2 back to Gandharvaville.
Wait, Tainari, why don't you let us help you?
You two have only just arrived in SUMERU. You're still unfamiliar with many things in these lands. There's a unique type of anomaly that occurs in the SUMERU rainforest. It's called the withering. The affected area...
Hold up, I've just become very paranoid. It's very hot in my room, and I have batteries myself. Alright. See you later, man. I mean, if you want, you can just leave yourself on viewing and just lurk. The more viewers, the better. Oh, okay. I'll have to look that up then. Still a lot I don't know. I'm barely touching Stream Element stuff, so I don't actually know. Jeez, look. No, not one. Okay, I'll figure that out later. Anyway, see ya. Oh, I had it pushed away a bit. Don't worry about it. I will turn it up a little bit though, just because I know that I can be a bit quiet. Alright.
Yes, as Amir said, only someone with a vision, that is, the power to manipulate elements, we'll be able to resist the withering's corrosive
So
effects
we got
for a
some
time.
hollow shit going on then.
That's right. If any of the forest rangers without a vision come across a withering zone, we first make a record of the location and then have a ranger with the proper abilities deal with it, like
God
Kainari.
damn it! Is she gonna try and go fix it?
Only someone with a vision can venture within a withering zone and find, but you don't seem to carry a vision.
Yeah, because I'm the main character and I can do a
Don't
bunch of
worry,
shit.
He may not have a vision, but he's a real pro at using the power of the elements.
Because I'm the main character, bitch.
Seems the rumors about you were true then. In that case, all right. You two may accompany me.
Beard.
We typically only teach visitors how to identify the withering as they're about to leave Gandar.
Wow. Seriously, we are so close to Sumeru City. We could just hop over there and say hi. But nope, apparently it's too far away. Yep, that's definitely withering. I can tell because
Stop.
stuff is withering.
Don't move any further. Look there, in the distance.
Huh? Where? Oh, look! Those plants have withered. That whole area is kinda gloomy. Even the air looks like it's filled with ash. Oh, Paimon doesn't like the look of this.
That is the withering.
Cool.
All right, traveler. We're gonna have to enter that withering zone. Once inside, we'll need to look for what we call tumors of the withering. If we eliminate those, then the area will be saved. Thank you. But I must warn you, don't push yourself. This is your first time handling this sort of thing after all.
We fought a
Even
dragon,
with
we're
elemental
fine.
powers, once
Fought
you
two
step
dragons now.
inside the withering zone,
Maybe
you may
5,
experience
canonically.
extreme discomfort. If at any point it becomes too much, return outside the zone and take a breather. It could become a matter of life and death. You ready then? Let's go.
Also, why isn't Paimon a problem? She doesn't have a withering,
First, we
a
must
vision, or
locate
any elemental
branches
powers, as far as I can
sustaining the
tell.
withering zone.
As far as I know, she might literally just... Okay. Oh, wow. Okay. Right. Oh, this is gonna be extra hard because we're fucking awesome. Where's the Dendrogana? Ah. Alright. Dangers from the... Yes. No.
Great work. Now that all the branches have been cleared, we'll need to take care of the tumor.
No.
Now, destroy the tumor of the withering.
that was
We did it!
pretty
Everything's
simple.
returning to normal now.
Yes. Thanks to you two, we were able to quickly restore this area back to normal.
Tainari? You make it sound like we did well, but why does Paimon have the feeling you're worried about something?
It's that obvious, huh? Alright. It's like this. Recently, the rate at which withering zones appear has been increasing. Even though we were able to quickly clear that withering zone, it won't be long before another one appears. If that simply meant more work for me, then that wouldn't be an issue. But it's far more severe than that. The withering is leaving lasting effects on the rainforest itself. For instance, even though we cleared out the withering zone, many of the plants that were affected will not recover. This presents a crisis for the ecosystem itself. Many plants in the rainforest are already in decline, directly impacting the wildlife that depends on those plants. And most disturbingly, as the appearances of withering zones have started to increase, Kale's case of Elazar has also become more serious.
Huh? But why's that?
I'm still not sure of the exact reason. However, I've received word from acquaintances at the academia that similar cases are being reported for patients with other conditions. No, none that we know of. The withering has been recorded in SUMERU for millennia. It's said that it originates from the depths of the world. Oh, by the way, have you heard of Irminsul before? Irminsul is a tree located deep beneath the surface. Although it isn't like any tree we know in a biological sense, you can basically think of it as a large tree that grows downwards rather than upwards. I'm sure you've heard of ley lines, right? They're like the roots of Irminsul, spreading and extending from a massive cavern deep underground all the way up to the surface. Ley lines continually absorb the memories of this world, which are then funneled into Irminsul, allowing it to collect knowledge and wisdom from ancient times to present day.
Right, so a bit like the Sakura.
Archon is known as the god of wisdom because her consciousness is directly connected to it. It is also said that the Dendro Archon's power is a manifestation of Irminsul.
Right, so
And as for the
super
withering,
smart baby.
its emergence is related to a disease that's affecting it. That's right. My ancestors learned of this from Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's familiars a long time ago, but even those mysterious creatures did not know of a cure for Irminsul. I'm afraid we rangers will be battling the withering zones here for a long time, until a cure is found. Alright, that's enough on this topic for the time being. Now that we've taken care of things here, it's time for us to head back to Gandharvaville.
Gandharvaville. Gandhar. Oh. Here, we might as well. Might as well grab it while we're here. Umbaku. I mean, again, we are a stone's throw away from SUMERU. Guys, it's literally right there. Yes, very jungly. The hell is that? Okay, so that's Sumeru City. At least the beginnings of it. God knows what that is all the way over there. They have a look like giant coral or giant mushrooms. But we're gonna have another very hard to explore area with a bunch of hills and shit. God, I can't wait to get the electro compass. I'll have Inazuma settled immediately. What's this do? Are these permanental? I do hope they are. going to be one to grab onto somewhere. Come on. No? Sure, give me all the tips you want. I'm very, 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 very hopeful for any tips. Because I'm clearly very... It's one of those things where you look up like, ooh, Twitch tips, but like, which ones do you pick? You know, there's so much information out there. It's impossible to know where to start. So, yeah, give me all you got, mate. I'm pretty much just experimenting whatever the hell I can. Yeah, I'm using Stream Elements. That's how I've got the chat up. And obviously I've got the OBS Stream Elements. So I've got the combination of it. I might switch over to the full Streamlabs client at some point. Because that has... you are able to stream to Twitch and YouTube at the same time. But yeah, other than that, I'm just using OBS with the Stream Elements add-on. But yeah, I have got a few Stream Element things going on. It's just that I'm used to OBS and yeah.
Oh, Tainari, you all made it back. How did it go?
The withering zone you reported
But yeah, I'm
has
very
been
much
taken care of.
experimenting
No need to
with
worry.
putting chat on the screen, putting my camera on the screen,
Is that?
where to put the camera on the screen, all that shit is just I'm experimenting.
Hypatia.
You know, also what to title as is something I got to experiment with.
Tainari?
It's a bunch of stuff.
This Duskbird is Hypatia's designated courier for urgent news. You do remember her, don't
Yep,
you?
the weird lady.
She's the scholar you and
She was
Paimon were
getting
following when you first
high.
arrived in Sumeru.
Oh, her? How could we forget? So did something happen?
Let me see what's written in the letter first.
So what's it say? And what's with that weird expression on your face? Just let Paimon read it. Huh?
Yes, I should actually do. I will do that right now,
These are
actually,
pretty squiggly lines.
because I will be pretty much doing this
Yes.
every night now.
Allow me to explain. After we brought you from Hypatia's cave to Gandharvaville, Hypatia resumed her meditation. She must have just finished. It's been nearly 3 days since she's had anything to eat, and it appears she's forgotten to prepare some rations. This letter is her asking us for help. We need to go.
What? You mean she's been sitting there for 3 days? Hey, wait, how did you know all that from just a few lines on the paper?
Well, obviously because this has happened before.
The
Last
reason I
time
stopped
she drew
doing it
5
for a
lines,
while is
and
because I
by the
was
time
very
found her-
inconsistent with my
well,
streams.
I prefer
But now that I am a bit more consistent,
Needless to say,
I should probably start doing it
Hypatia's
again.
been through worse, but we should still get to her as quickly as possible. I've got some emergency rations set aside for times like these. Paimon, Traveler, could you two bring these to her?
Wait, you want us to bring her the rations? But will the traveler be okay if her cave is still filled with that funny incense?
Let's find out. Here, Traveler, take a smell and see. So, how do you feel?
Hmm.
Huh? Really? You're not feeling even a little drowsy? But wait, how'd you know that he'd be okay this time, Tainari?
Back when we were clearing the Withering Zone, I observed that he could adeptly manipulate the Dendro element. I knew then that he would be fine. And if I may ask, when I was telling you two about Irminsul's ley lines, was what I described similar at all to what you saw when you were unconscious?
Yep.
That's correct. Those weren't hallucinations at all, though I don't intend to apologize for deceiving you. Because what you saw is of significant importance. Not just for the nation of Sumeru,
So
but
from
the
9
entire
p.m.
world of Tevat.
fairly
My
consistently,
forefathers were shown much favor by Greater Lord Ruka Devata.
I'm gonna stick
We
with.
took an oath to protect this nation
4 hours.
together with her. Now
So I
that
can't
that
promise
duty has
anymore.
fallen to me, it was a part of my responsibilities to ascertain whether you could be entrusted with the fate of Sumeru. Now, after seeing you in action with my own eyes, you have
Right.
earned my confidence.
Done that for every day
and I
now.
no longer feel the need to hide any secrets from you.
Obviously, once I'm back to work, it'll have to change to 11 o'clock for 2 hours, but yeah.
When you passed out, your consciousness had
Well,
connected directly with Irmin's soul.
2 hours,
What
Monday,
you
Wednesday,
witnessed
Monday,
were
Tuesday, Wednesday,
actually
Thursday,
real memories
and
contained within
9 o'clock
Irmin's
for
soul
4
itself.
hours, Friday,
I could
Saturday,
try
Sunday.
to tell you more,
Maybe Sunday.
but it would be better if you went to ask Hypatia instead.
With some
Her
random ones
focus
maybe
on
during the day.
meditation and use of spirit borneal are aimed at establishing a connection with Irmin's
Yeah,
soul,
that's the other thing. It's
just as you did.
a bit like the introduction to your CV, and I'm
We'll
bad
see
at
what
those, man.
Seriously, she completely ignored
But
us
yeah,
last
I
time
need to
we
look at
tried talking
my
to her.
my front page a bit more.
That was because when you ran into her, she was in a special
Although-
phase of her training. During that time, she
My-
must avoid communicating with others. Please, wait here for a moment.
My videos have been definitely getting a lot more views lately, so that's good. My VODs, at least. But yeah. Yeah, I know. Thing is, I don't want to be that kind of guy. I struggle with being like, just copying everyone else. But at the same time, I get that that's what works, you know?
Here, take these. It's a meal I packed for Hypatia, as well as some other ingredients. I'm
So,
sure it'll come in
I
handy.
like vacillate
Also,
between
here's a letter
doing that
I
and
would
not.
like you to give to her. No, I should be the one thanking you. You've both been a great help these last few days.
Like always, mate. Like always. Hypatia! Let's get toasted.
Hypatia should still be in the cave. Let's go inside and see how she's doing. Hello? Hypatia? Hey, there's nobody here. Maybe she went out to look for some food. Let's try looking around the area.
Oh, she's out of it. I'm guessing you're the Archon's little helper people?
There you are. Hypatia.
Could do, yeah.
So hungry. Eat water.
There's no way we can get her to eat in her current condition.
Now that I've got time off, I'm definitely going to be focusing more on improving everything as much as possible. Like I said, I probably might get linked up with... Because obviously I have a YouTube channel, but at the moment I'm just uploading the VODs there. And so it might be easier to stream there, because streaming on YouTube works out pretty well as well. But, I got a bunch of shit to try. This is going to be experimental and catching up with Genshin and trying a bunch of new shit as well.
Huh? How'd things out here end up looking like this? What happened? And where are we?
I think we're high again. All really, really small.
Really? Oh, maybe you're right. Let's go investigate the area.
So yeah, I probably will look into a bunch of that tomorrow. If I can remember, make myself remember. Oh, we're gonna fight, are we? Are we gonna fight?
This place is huge.
Huh. So we're in a domain, aren't we?
Oh, I knew there's something
Never should have done the Ascensioner quest. It also means I don't have to worry about uploading to YouTube. I'll still make thumbnails for them. I just won't have to upload them first. Yeah, we've already got bouncy mushrooms done. Boingy. Zoomy. Dude, I am tripping balls. What? Why are we back in Inazuma?
Huh? What happened just now? Why'd everything around us suddenly change?
I mean, we're still getting Dendro sigils. So, we are tripping balls. Okay. Damn it. Damn it, Billy. These don't work reliably. I gotta check something. Nope, god damn it. Fine. Fucking hit her, Charles! Fuck you! Huh. You'd think that'd heal. God damn, if I hadn't got Sengo no Mio, I would never have been able to do as much, because having that heal is just incredible. I'd have had to learn how to do more cooking. Concerning. We thought we were going to be out. You know, sometimes the quest updating can spoil
That is
It's one of those. I love these things. Just checking for treasures. No treasures. Here we go. We are tripping balls here. Oh, that's weird. Oh, that hurt my eyes a bit. Oh, that hurt my brain. I don't like that. Oh, that hurt my brain. Ow. I don't know, the transition was weird. Ugh. Time for a big fight? I'm worried I've missed a bunch of chests, but oh well. Oh, it's one of you fuckers.
Looks like we meet again, traveler.
The Abyss Herald! What are you planning to do in this strange place?
Strange place. Plotting. You needn't worry about such things. They don't concern you. Bow before the abyss!
Allow me!
Oh, this is not going to be fun on this level. Again, it's not that I can't fight, it's just that the fights take just a bit too long for me right now. Thanks to being on level bloody 7. Oh, we're not going to win this fight. We're not allowed to win. Okay, so he's somewhat a healer then. There we go. Yes, but here's the problem.
Why can't we beat this guy?
I'm already on my lowest level.
Doesn't get it.
Because I'm level
He's had
55.
before. What's wrong this time?
I'm level 55, so my lowest level is 7.
May have managed to avert countless crises before. Your good fortune.
Level 6, fine, great. Fantastic, I can do that. That's not too much health on everything. That it takes too long to fight. 7, just a little bit too much. And if I get to level 60, I don't know. I'm going to be annoyed.
Your sister. Oh, pitiful traveler. Are you really so ignorant? Or are you just living in complete denial? Her Highness has long since forsaken you. Your meager existence in her eyes is that of an annoying bug, only to be stepped upon.
I call bullshit.
The bonds of love and family which drive you to find your sibling are utterly gone. Your journey is meaningless. But don't you fret now. Today will be your last. Now die!
All I'm saying is, I wish they let you go at any world level you like. I'd even take it that there's a longer time the further you go down. Like, you go down one level, that's 24 hours. You go down another level, that's another 24 hours. That would be fine. I mean, don't get me wrong, I am enjoying the fact that I'm getting way more materials than before. But they're taking longer to get.
What do we do?
And it also doesn't affect the fucking bosses. I'm not getting more, you know, elemental crystals or whatever they are.
Oh, there she is! Quick!
Took me fucking
let's
ages
see
to
how she's
level up,
doing.
Xiangling.
So sweet.
Well, ascend her.
Well, the good news is that she's still conscious. Hey, why'd you drop her food on the floor like that? Are you okay?
What the
That's
hell is
really
going
not
on?
like you. Anyways, we can talk about this later. We better make sure she's alright first. Whoa, wait a sec. Look at all this fruit lying around her. We can put that to good use.
I didn't even realize Paimon wasn't there that time.
Who's there? Tainari, is that you? Huh?
It's okay. You can relax, Hypatia. Tainari sent us here to bring you some food and water. Here, we have a letter that he asked us to give you.
I did actually try multi-streaming with Restream, but that had just a bunch of annoying issues that never really fixed themselves, so I gave up on it. Namely being that you could never control the titles as much as you wanted to. They would always constantly change themselves and never update the way you wanted them to.
I see.
And it meant that the
So,
chat
you're
delay
friends of
was
Tainari.
fucking massive.
I apologize for all the trouble I've caused you.
Like, minute long
I'm
massive.
grateful that you came so quickly to save me. You even brought all this fruit.
So yeah, no more Restream.
Well, actually, we didn't bring the fruit.
We'll
Even
see
though it
how,
came when we arrived.
Yeah.
We were kind of wondering about that, actually. When we found you here, there was all this fruit lying around and even some juice dripping from your lips. How did you end up like this anyway?
Oh, really? I seem to understand now. All the fruit was likely from my, neighbor. Must have come by and saw me like this.
Your neighbor? You mean there's someone else living nearby?
Oh? So you're able to see them too?
Yes, because I'm the main character. Why are people always surprised?
Wait, hold on a second, Traveler. You say that before we arrived, you saw some mysterious creature and suddenly had a strange dream? Isn't that a little too crazy to believe?
No, I actually do believe what the traveler is saying. I myself had a similar experience once before and ended up scaring my timid little neighbor here. You needn't worry. They mean you no harm. They only dragged you into the dream because they hoped to buy themselves a little time in order to scurry away.
So, Hypatia, just what kind of creature is
So,
your
was
neighbor
any of that
exactly?
real?
I'm not sure what it's called, to be honest. But I do know that they have some sort of deeper connection with the Dendro Archon. I know this because the first time I saw them was also the exact day my consciousness was able to form a connection with Irminsul. Even after I opened my eyes and stopped meditating, my heart was still pounding, and my mind was racing with all the knowledge that I had touched. And at that very moment, I suddenly noticed a small figure at the opening of the cave. In my curiosity, I began to walk over to the creature. They must have already been used to me living in the cave, because they didn't seem to mind me approaching them. They just kept doing whatever they were up to. It wasn't until I crouched down next to them that they suddenly realized that I could see them.
Oh! And then?
And then I had a dream. By the time I came to, they were nowhere to be seen. I was convinced they'd never show up again. But sure enough, I saw them nearby a few days later. And they weren't alone. I feel like they aren't as afraid of me as the first time I approached them. But I never would have expected them to save me. Yes, no doubt about that. By the way, Tainari mentioned in his letter that you had questions for me regarding Irminsul.
Okay, hang on. Again. And I know that the explanation for this is simply that game stuff. Game bullshit. Game and story segregation. But why are they sending each other letters? She's down the road. She is a minute's walk away. She is basically the equivalent of down the end of my garden. Why are they sending letters? Just go and talk to her. She's right there. I could literally see her cave from the top of the the ranger base. Why? I don't know why there's so many of that already in this
Sorry about
area,
that.
where it's just like, oh
Sounds
no, you
like
can't go
just
do that.
drinking
It's too
juice
far
still
away.
isn't quite enough for my stomach.
Well, if somebody hadn't dropped the food
Gameplay and
earlier-
story segregation.
Anyway, looks
Gotta
like
love
we
it.
need to prepare something ourselves. Besides, Paimon's getting hungry too. Let's eat first and talk about Irminsul later. All right, we're out, traveler. Today's menu will feature sweet madame and a radish veggie soup. You'll love them, Hypatia. They're our specialties after all.
Sounds good. I've never tried any dishes from other nations before. I certainly look forward to it. It's been so long since I've had a decent meal, too. To be honest, the last time had to be when Tainari came to visit.
Right.
Are you already finished cooking?
What are we supposed to be making? Oh, okay. I thought we were gonna have to make something specific.
All done. Let's use the empty box that Tainari gave us since we already washed it. Oh, it smells amazing. And the box is a nice touch too. Let's go serve this up and start eating with Hypatia.
And go.
Are you already finished cooking? Smells delectable. I'm truly thankful whenever I can enjoy a proper meal like this. Cooking really isn't my forte.
They really need to update their item giving system.
Even though everything you mentioned was in Tainari's letter, it's still hard to believe you were able to connect with Irminsul immediately after smelling Spiritborn eel for the first time. It took me nearly 3 years before I could do so. And everyone at the academia even lauded me as a genius. You should know that some researchers spent their entire lives without ever successfully connecting with Irminsul as you have.
So why does this incense allow people to connect to Irminsul?
The ingredients used to make Spiritborn ale primarily consist of plants created by Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. These special ingredients are conducive to heightening our senses to the Dendro Archon's power. Since the root of the Dendro Archon's power lies within Irminsul, we can occasionally tap into her powers to peer into the depths of... Naturally, anyone who can establish a connection with Irminsul in their first ever attempt must be a person of great understanding.
Or great power.
Sense. But Paimon's got a question. Why was he sensitive to the smell of those plants for such a long time?
That was primarily due to his body's unique constitution. Stimulated by the incense, he could perceive the Dendro Archon's power and experienced a sensory overload, hence the adverse reactions. Taking in any scent similar to the ingredients of Spiritborn ale would cause adverse effects. Not to worry though, it appears you've already fully recovered. Technically, your body should still be sensitive to the powers of the Dendro Archon, but unless you're using intentional meditation techniques, the scent of Spiritborn ale should no longer trigger such reactions.
I have a feeling that we're going to have to do a few more meditations before this story is over.
I must admit, I am quite envious of your abilities. Even if it meant suffering from pounding headaches for the rest of my life, I'd consider it worthwhile so long as I could connect with Irminsul at will.
Whoa, you're really serious about this whole thing, aren't you?
I am a researcher after all. As a member of the Ritaoes Darshan at the Academia, my main area of research is the stars and their connection to the fate of living beings. But there is still so much we don't know, especially regarding the mysteries that lie in the starry skies. Which is why I must turn to the all-knowing Irminsul for answers. If only my perception wasn't so limited. Unfortunately, I cannot guarantee that my every attempt to attune with Irminsul will be successful, or that doing so will leave my consciousness intact. I am currently in the stage of training known as Satyavada life. Many researchers in SUMERU have lost their minds while seeking to attune with Irminsul during this stage. Sages have said that Irminsul contains divine knowledge, and touching such knowledge without the proper preparations and abilities will only lead to one's mind caving in on itself. That's why we meditate alone. We need to ensure that our minds will be calm while minimizing the possibility of involving anyone else.
Whoa. So knowledge from Irminsul can be super dangerous. Don't you ever feel afraid of the risk, Hypatia?
Of course I do. Especially during nights that are pitch black with no moonlight, and dead silent without even the sound of insects. However, I've been feeling better as of late. I don't get as scared anymore knowing that I have a little neighbor living nearby. I believe that being able to see them is a sort of blessing from the Dendro Archon. But what's strangest of all is that they're clearly an envoy of the God of Wisdom herself, and they have the curious power to make people dream.
What's so strange about that? It doesn't sound so out of place for a divine being, does it?
Well, it's strange because nearly nobody in SUMERU can ever dream.
Oh, is that true?
What?
Yes, well, to an extent. Only children can dream in SUMERU. Adults, however, never do. The sages say that wisdom implies rationality, but that which occurs in dreams is often neither rational nor logical. Yes, if one struggles with anxieties, those emotions could influence their dreams. The fact that the people of SUMERU do not have dreams is seen as a blessing by the sages. They believe that Greater Lord Rukkhadevata, the god of wisdom, is keeping us away from the foolish delusions you encounter in your sleep. I was born into a family of scholars in SUMERU City. Ever since I was a child, my parents would always tell me that I'll know I've grown up once I stop dreaming. I studied hard, enrolled as a student in the academia, and went on to become a researcher. Sure enough, I never dreamed again.
I mean, that
But
can either
then,
suck or be
on the day
awesome.
I scared the little Aranara, I suddenly saw a dream again. It was incredible. Though I don't exactly remember what I saw, I clearly recall the feeling. I suddenly felt like I was a child again.
I definitely
Back
sometimes
then,
wish I wasn't dreaming
I was
so much.
foolish and ignorant as any youth would be, but I was free of fear. Maybe dreaming isn't as bad as we've made it out to be. Just be sure not to speak of this if you travel to SUMERU City. They'll look at you as if you've lost your mind.
So, do you have any thoughts about the things he saw when he connected with Irminsul?
Sorry, I'm afraid I don't have any answers as of now. All I can say is that what you saw is a memory contained within Irminsul itself. World forget me. What could that possibly mean? If only I could ascend past Satyavada life and begin Paripurna life, I might have some more answers for you. If you two are ever in the area again, please be sure to come and see me. There's no need to be thanking me. You two are my saviors.
God damn it.
Besides, I'm already looking forward to tasting some more of your cooking.
Now that we know Hypatia is alright and had the chance to
Go. Go. Oh, it's an Archon quest. There's going to be a lot of talking. Go, 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 go. Why did I do the Ascension quest? It's made everything easy, harder. Yeah, they really need to let you control the world level more.
Think about it, Tainari. Refusing to join is tantamount to burying your head in the sand. I understand that you're a forest watcher, and that it's your duty to combat the effects of withering zones. But isn't it evident that such work is not a lasting solution to the problem? As Sage Kage clearly stated, your presence and guidance in Sumeru City is pivotal in finding a cure for Irminsul. How could you possibly refuse?
You guys
Keep
look like
your
assholes.
emotions in check, Gulam. Let's at least listen to Tainari's reason for declining. We're here to invite him to the Academia, not to cause a scene.
Sage Kage, I am truly honored that you came here in person, but
David
I'm afraid I
Kage.
must still decline your invitation. I am merely a forest watcher. How could the great minds of the Haravatat have any need of someone like me?
Well, it turns out that your refusal letter had some implications on your master's reputation. He is a renowned sage of the Immorta, after all. So now I've come here in his stead.
I see. Well, I figured that given his temper, he would come here and berate me personally.
Tainari, your master is an integral part of this effort, and now he requires your assistance.
And what exactly does my master need of me, Sage Kage?
You'll know once you've arrived in Sumeru City, that is.
And, how long will I be required to stay?
There's no definite answer as of now.
Do you mean to tell me that, despite coming all the way here to Gandharvaville, you still...
It's literally a 10-minute walk. On map. Like, I know that there's probably some size compression going on here, but god damn it. I gotta complain about it anyway.
If that's the case, then I'm afraid I cannot give you a definite answer either.
Why does he seem like someone that looks young but is very old?
Tainari, but you...
So be it. Come, Gulam, we're leaving.
I don't know, it's just a little pet peeve of mine, you know? I get that size compression has to work sometimes with games to make what is real and also make it so that you aren't traveling across a giant area. But if they're gonna do size compression, why couldn't they have done it to Liyue? Huh? Because Liyue is fucking massive. It's too big, right? And then they added on the chasm and Chinyu Vale, and it's even bigger. So if they're gonna do size compression, do it with Liyue. Too big.
It's nothing. Some people from the
That or up the
Academia
range
wanted me
for
to go
the
to Sumeru City to assist them with a project,
Geo
but
compass.
I had to refuse on account of all my responsibilities here. But all that can wait.
And
How did things go with Hypatia?
another thing, right? Having to go and find all the treasure chests in Chinyu Vale, I realised I'd also have it after having done the Summertide events as well, because in Simulanka, when you get as much of the collectibles as you can, you get the ability to scan for treasure chests. But unlike normal compasses, you get to scan for everything that can give you a treasure chest. So rather than just pointing to the treasure chests that are out at the moment, it will point to the thing that will get you the treasure chest, which the normal compasses don't do. And they should. They really should. So obviously they can do it in Summertide, so why can't they do it for everyone else?
It was quite the event.
I have been playing way too much Genshin, I think.
She's safe and sound. She answered a bunch
Nah,
of
I'm good.
questions for us too.
Very good.
I'm probably not the first person
Now
to
that the
complain about this
traveler
either.
has made a full recovery, there shouldn't be any reason for you to tarry here longer. I assume you will be heading to Sumeru City, correct?
That's right. We want to meet Lesser Lord Kusanali and ask her for advice. Do you have any idea on how we can find her?
Sorry, I'm afraid I don't have any advice for you there.
Well, do you at least know anyone we can try asking in Sumeru City?
Let me think. My trips to Sumeru City have been fairly short, and most of my acquaintances are researchers. Oh, how about this? I'll write you a letter of introduction that you can give to a researcher I know. He's from the Amorta Darshan and is adept at gathering information. Asking him might prove worthwhile. Also, when you enter SUMERU City, you'll probably end up receiving something like this item here. I'm not sure if it will ever come in handy for you, but maybe you can give it a try.
Oh? What is it?
It's called an Akasha Terminal. It's a tool produced by the Academia that utilizes the legacy of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. Some say that this item is the very basis of Sumeru's reputation as the city
Oh
of
fuck,
wisdom.
the tree is the Akashic
Needless
record,
to say,
isn't it?
This device and its usage fall under the Academia's expertise, so...
This is all like, not Indian culture, but like, yeah, kind of. Oh, which particular one has all this wordage?
Great! Next up, Sumeru City! Oh, but wait, before that... That's right! Tainari, we have something important to say to Kale before we leave. Is she doing better now?
Yes, she's doing much better. After being confined to her bed all this time, I thought a little walk would do her some good.
Yeah,
Last I saw
some of
her,
the names for the
she was taking
places and some of the
path
names
towards the
for
North Crossing.
concepts in it is definitely
She
very
knew you two
Indian
would be
culture.
leaving soon, so she must have wanted to see you off.
From what I've seen of Fontaine, it seems like that's very European based,
And good luck to
like
you both.
Italian, French, European though, as opposed to Mondstadt, which is very English European with a touch of French. Actually, no, maybe Mondstadt is like French European and Fontaine is Italian European. Yeah. I don't know. We'll see when we get there. Where are you? Okay, okay, fine. I get it. Really, really French. Alright, that one's not down, that's up. Really, really French. Yeah, well, hopefully we'll get there soon. I mean, at the rate I'm going, I am now pretty sure I will be able to make it to have at least finished Archon's quests up until, you know, done the axe, done the story, and for Natlan. I might not have every single thing done, I might not have every single area explored as much as possible, but I'll have the, you know, I'll have caught up with the story at least. I just had a lot of stuff saved up that I had waylaid between getting up to Inazuma.
Waiting here just to see us off, Kale. We're headed to Sumeru City.
Don't worry about me. I can take care of myself. My condition won't be getting in the way of my duties. I want to be a forest ranger after all. It's up to me and the others to protect the rainforest here. And, I'm sorry. I should have told you both about my condition when we first met. I just wanted you
I can't
two to
wait
treat me as a normal
to see
friend,
what our
not some girl with
hydro
major
abilities will
sympathy.
be, and
But I guess
especially
now I understand
can't wait
that
to
the
see what
most
our pyro
important thing is
abilities
for
will be.
friends to be genuine with one another.
There's no need to apologize, Kale. We should be thanking you for trusting us enough to be your friends and sharing your past with us. We're probably still gonna worry about your condition, but that's because we're friends and we care about you.
Thank you. That means a lot. Before you leave, I have something for you.
Oh? What is it?
It's my recipe for pita pockets. I told you that I'd give you a copy, remember? My
Awesome.
handwriting is a little, messy, so please don't laugh.
Yay! Thanks, Kale.
Yeah, that would make
Now we can
sense.
eat those scrumptious little pitas whenever
I
and
mean, she's
wherever we want.
basically got
I hope that whenever
MS
you eat them,
in
you'll both remember
essence.
your time here in Gandharville.
She's got MS like combined with grayscale, pretty much. Which I mean, grayscale also does the same thing. So yeah, she's basically got MS.
Well then, I, trainee forest ranger Kale, bid you both farewell. Please visit Gandharville again. The rangers will always be ready to assist you here.
Fantasy ailments, ho! Yeah, well, not in a while. I pretty much stopped playing WoW at the end of Cataclysm. Yeah, end of Cataclysm is when I stopped playing WoW. After that, I just gave up. It was just, ugh. But I've kept kind of track of it in the zeitgeist, as it were. You know, it's a big famous game. Everyone kind of knows what's going on with WoW, even if you don't play it. It's one of those games. Was ist das? Nothing yet. But yeah, I do think that Genshin Impact definitely suffers from what I would call long-term MMO syndrome, which is that they go on for so long that the early bits are never nearly as good as the older bits. Yeah, I've seen some of the ads for World Within, like especially the ones with like the new flying system. And it's just one of those things where, like, I feel like they're finally putting in some of the things that people really, really, really wanted and had been asking for ages and ages, because they really want people to come back. But it's just, they really need to stop putting out expansions for that. They need to just make World of Warcraft 2 already, you know? And not as in, yeah, they just need to do that. Yeah, I mean, I even have that same problem with Final Fantasy XIV, where the last time I played was at the end of Endwalker, and I had played that so much. Like, I played all of Endwalker, every patch, every single thing, and I just, at the end of it, I was so burnt out, I couldn't bring myself to play the next expansion. So, I've now got 2 expansions of Final Fantasy XIV to catch up with, 5 expansions of WoW to catch up with. It's been fucking ages since I played RuneScape. Like, honestly, so long since I played RuneScape. And I probably will never, ever, ever, ever go back to RuneScape or WoW. I might go back to Final Fantasy XIV. I might go back to Warframe. But yeah. It's fucking insane. And also, that then you got the point where you can only really kind of do one MMO at one time. And yeah, I can't. And I know Genshin Impact technically isn't an MMO, but it's almost an MMO.
Sumeru City! We finally made it! Oh, did you see that? When those people entered the city, something on their heads lit up.
One moment, please, you two. It appears this is your first time visiting Sumeru City.
Oh, yeah, that's right. But how did you know that?
Because there's currently no information on either of you in the Akasha.
Oh god, no. No, god, no.
That won't
No.
prevent you from entering the city. In
Definitely
fact,
not.
the
But you can
Academia
still
conveniently provides
see it.
each
You know,
traveler
you
to
can still
Sumeru
see,
City with a device. Perhaps
like,
you
they
two
kind of
have heard
need to
of
go
the
back and
Akasha
change
before.
some things.
It's our beloved Greater
Maybe.
Lord Rukkhadevata's
The way
lusty
things work.
legacy, a treasure trove of collected knowledge.
But yeah, nowhere near as bad as WoW.
After centuries of tireless research on the Akasha, the Academia created one of its most ingenious inventions, the Akasha Terminal. As long as you are within Sumeru's borders, you may use an Akasha terminal to connect directly to the Akasha.
It's
and
the
access
Akashic
any
record,
knowledge
fuck.
you need. I should mention,
Told ya.
that due to technical limitations, the operation of Akasha terminals will be much smoother and more effective in large cities such as Sumeru City and Port Ormos.
Oh, so
Awesome.
that's the thing that Tainari was telling us about. It sounds pretty amazing.
You two are quite fortunate. Until recently, it was standard practice to only issue Akasha terminals to outlanders who spent an extended amount of time in Sumeru. However, This policy was recently changed, and now all travelers are issued one upon arrival. Here are your Akasha terminals. Please handle them with care.
It kinda looks like a leash.
To activate it, simply hold it in your hand and say the following phrase to yourself. May the mighty God bless us with their voice of wisdom.
Oh, says this little doodad lets you access knowledge. Maybe we can use it to find a way to meet Lesser Lord Kusanali.
There's a dog right there.
Let's give it a try.
Dog. Dog.
May the mighty God bless us with their voice of wisdom.
I'm really kind of annoyed that he didn't actually say it. Oh well.
Whoa. Just now, something clicked, and Paimon suddenly knew how to use this thing. It seems all we need to do is concentrate on what we want to know, and bam! You get it. Oh, that'll come in real handy.
Exactly. That is the power of the Akasha. And with that, let me officially welcome you both to Sumeru City. May the wisdom of the Dendro Archon always be your guide.
Okay, now that we're in, we can check the Akasha about Lesser Lord Kusanali. Let Paimon try. 500 years ago, the sages found a newly born deity from within some scorched ruins. The deity now resides in the sanctuary of Suristana. Seems pretty similar to what Kali was telling us. Okay, next, let's concentrate on asking how to meet her.
I had a feeling
Huh?
they're not gonna let us see her. They're not gonna let us see her.
Oh, come on! Ugh. Focusing on this question feels like when you have something you're trying to remember and it's on the tip of your tongue, but you just can't think of it. Ugh, Paimon's brain is exhausted. Oh, smart idea! But what are you going to ask it? Huh. Could it be because we're Outlander? You too? Uh-oh. Paimon's getting well, he's from Sumeru and even has a position in the...
Alright.
Kainari wrote an address on the letter's envelope. Oh, it's not far from the city's gate.
Right. Before we hop in here, I'm gonna go have a quick break. I need to go get something to drink and to go to the toilet, so I will be right back. See you in a minute. Alright, back again, All lubed up and ready to go. Right. Anything else you want to talk to me about? Nope. Cool. Right. Enter the city. Let's not do too much exploring.
Hello, are you Rohawi?
Yes, that's me. Can I help you?
Great! You see, Kainari sent us here and...
What? Tainari? Please, there's no need to say anything, really. Sure, I admit that the article I published last month wasn't my best work, and maybe the data didn't produce the most convincing results, but...
Here, this is a letter from Tainari.
Oh, let me see... Ah! Ooh, what a relief. You two nearly scared the life out of me. So, you two just have some questions for me? Seems even Tainari acknowledges my innate ability for procuring information. So, what is it you two would like to know?
We want to meet with Lesser Lord Kusanali. Do you know a way we can do that?
You mean you want to meet the Dendro Archon herself? This isn't exactly my area of expertise, but let me see what I can find in the Akasha. Sorry, the Akasha didn't respond to my query.
What? You too? But what about your abilities for getting information and all that? Paimon was sure you you'd be able to access more info than we did.
Well, as I said, this isn't my area of expertise. I am but a lowly researcher, so the Akasha doesn't see a
Okay.
need for me to know more about the Dendro Archon. All I know is that ever since Lesser Lord Kusanali returned to SUMERU, she's never left the Sanctuary of Sorasthana or made a public appearance.
Huh. Didn't expect her to be such a mysterious figure.
Oh yeah, I bet she chose to do that for sure.
The Dendro Archon is somewhat of a recluse. Perhaps she just doesn't want to entertain visitors, which would explain the lack of information in the Akasha.
Aw, but
No need to worry just yet. I'm only And besides, you two should consider the bright side of things. Not being able to... In this world, there will always be information you cannot obtain from the Akasha, and things you can never accomplish. Knowing when to yield is a form... Take me, for example. It's a miracle if my brain cells can spit out one paper every 3 years. But Tainari? That guy can publish 3 papers in just a single year.
Interesting.
okay. Thanks for your advice.
Don't mention it. If you two ever want information about things like who's been promoted within the academia or relations between the 6 great sages, come find me. Hey, come on. This is a
Oh, Paimon's so what do we do now? Even if we... Huh? Like who? Oh, you're right! Catherine! The Adventurers Guild has its own intel network. Let's hurry and find her.
I still want to know whether Catherine is the same person who is able to teleport at will, or maybe even exist in every single place at once, or is a group of people all with a linked hive mind. It's very interesting. Also, I am wondering about this Akasha network. Like, is it collecting from the knowledge of everyone it's connected to, and how much of that is controllable? Like, can you choose what knowledge you put out into via your Akashic interface? Or is it just all uploaded straight away? Because it's obviously stuff is locked, so there is someone in control of it. Because I'm wondering if there's going to be a scene later on where the bad guys, who are obviously not like in control of the Archons at the moment, are like gonna like rip knowledge from our brain because we've got the connection to the I don't know. I'm just envisioning that happening somehow. But that's just me. I'm very paranoid about that shit. Oh, right. Indian. We're gonna have Jin. Liyue had Adepti. Inazuma had fucking brain. Literally just. You know what I mean? And we're gonna have Jin here. Interesting. I hope we have Jin here. That'd be freaking cool. Yokai! That's it, yokai. We had yokai. Alright, that's a tavern.
Ad Astra Abyssask. Hello, Traveler and Paimon.
Catherine, we need your help with something.
Understood. The Adventurers Guild is always ready to serve
She
you.
does act.
With
She
what
does
you
act a
require
bit
assistance.
robotic, doesn't she?
We want to meet with Lesser Lord Kusanagi.
Like she has like a
Do you
certain,
know a way we can do
you know, neutrality to her.
You two wish to meet with Sumeru's Archon. Understood. Please wait. I apologize, but I am unable to call up any.
Why does
relevant
everyone keep
information
trying
on
that?
the Akasha. I'm also unable to locate any pertinent information.
Yeah,
in
she's
my
definitely a
personal
robot.
Memory.
Aw, another dead end. Well, if Catherine can't help us, then we really don't know anyone else to ask now.
Please do not worry. I may know of someone who can help you two. In SUMERU, the Adventurers Guild does not serve as the vanguard of information. Rather, there are numerous active mercenary groups collectively known as the Eremites. They take on various contracts and work all across SUMERU, so they naturally accrue intelligence.
Yes.
An Eremite brigade called the Corps of 30 is in charge of Sumeru City's defenses. Not only are they the oldest brigade, but they are responsible for managing and coordinating the affairs of all other mercenary brigades.
Corps of 30? What a weird name.
Supposedly, they are named as such because their ranks numbered 30 at their inception.
Then change the
Oswald,
name.
an advisor with the Corps of 30, maintains good relations with the Adventurers Guild. Though he's already retired, he and his words carry great weight within mercenary circles. If you'd like to get in contact with him, you can find him at the Corps of 30's headquarters, the Citadel of Rexar. You're welcome.
Yep. Yeah, you're right. I think she's definitely a robot. Some sort of collective hive mind of robots. All with the same knowledge and interactions. Okay, so that's the crafting. Hang on. You gonna have anything for us, or is there gonna be a Sakura tree system with this one? Oh, so nothing from them yet. Okay. Aha! Oh. I was gonna check out the reputation system.
Welcome. The Adventurers Guild.
Although I'll still be
told me to
doing the
expect
fucking
you two.
Inazuma ones for a while until I get the Inazuma Electro Compass, and then switch to Dendro, and then switch to Fontaine, and eventually I might have them all finally done. Why didn't I do more of the Inazuma stuff when I was there? Fucking hell.
I see.
I should have
So
kept up.
Catherine
I should have kept up.
Wanda
God damn it.
sent you this way. Ha,
I missed
it's
so
true
much.
that the Eremites network is vast, but even I can't help you meet the Dendro Archon.
Wait, seriously? That's it?
Afraid so. The Eremites aren't terribly religious, so we don't know much about divinities. As far as the Akasha goes, we can access even less than you. We originally came from the desert. The gods there died off long ago. Since those days, we've used our own two hands to carve out a living. We don't beg gods for their aid. It isn't just us, though. If you ask me, I think most in Sumeru aren't interested in Lesser Lord Kusanali.
Oh? Why's that?
They'd never
Just
fucking see
take
her.
the Academia, for example. They're the ones who truly rule Sumeru.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Even gods, most of them only care for the late Greater Lord Rugadavada. In their eyes, she was the one who founded Sumeru and gifted us with the Akasha. Lesser Lord Kusanali just happened to inherit her legacy. Because of the Academia's influence, most citizens are more familiar with Greater Lord Rugadavada and hold her in greater esteem. Not to mention that Lesser Lord Kusanali never makes an appearance, and the Academia never announces anything about her. As far as the people of Sumeru are concerned, she's just a god that exists. And that's all.
Really? Aw. After hearing all of that, Paimon sort of feels bad for Lesser Lord Kusanali.
Ha! But who knows? We're all just guessing when it comes down to it. Besides, I'm sure the God of Wisdom doesn't worry about her reputation among people like us.
All right.
I mean,
Well, thanks for the info, Osfond.
No problem. Always happy to help out the Adventurers Guild.
the Archons are basically immortal, right? And as far as we can tell, they basically stay the same with whatever form they're in currently, or when they gain their Archon powers.
Seems
So
Osfond
she
was
could
right about most
have
people's
actually
attitudes.
stayed a child ever since she was born.
Not only are they not interested
Something
in
like
the
that, maybe.
Dendro Archon, they even say stuff like, if the Akasha doesn't think I should know, then I don't need to know about it. We've been
Yeah.
asking for information non-stop ever since we got to Sumeru. the harder we try, the more helpless everything seems. Isn't there at least one person in this entire city who cares about Lesser Lord Kusanali?
Oh,
I do.
You two are interested in Lesser Lord Kusanali?
I knew someone would be there.
Who are you?
From the sound of it, you two are Outlanders who recently arrived here. You've been asking around for information on Lesser Lord Kusanali, right? Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot to introduce myself.
I knew
I'm
someone would be
Dinner's
right there,
one of
right
Lesser
then.
Lord Kusanali's
Exactly when
faithful
Paimon
followers.
asked that question.
Whoa, really? Then do you know how we can meet with her?
I'm afraid I can't help you with that. But your conversation earlier did happen to remind me of a legend about the Dendro Archon. Sure. It goes like this. Long, long ago, there was a man who heard a prophecy. It predicted that a great calamity was about to befall him. Panicked by what he heard, the man sought out the Dendro Archon in hopes that she would bless him with the wisdom to help him escape his predicament. The man journeyed across deserts and through rainforests and experienced tribulations of every kind. However, he still couldn't find any trace of the Dendro Archon. In despair, he thought, alas, the Archon has abandoned me. He then had no choice but to sorrowfully resign to his fate.
Okay, and then what happened?
And then, the calamity came. But to his own surprise, the man felt somehow emboldened by the trials of his journey. By relying on his own strength, he managed to overcome the adversity. At that moment, a bird perched upon his shoulder. This bird was, in fact, an avatar of the Dendro Archon. She said, "Oh, Archon Seeker, do you now understand?"
Motherfucker! It's a Jesus and his footprints. God damn it, they stole that wholesale.
Along your journey, we were in every flower and blade of grass, every ray of sparkling sun, and every breath of dancing
Jesus is
wind.
always with you.
So long as you continue to think and ponder, we'll be wherever you go.
Yeah, thanks for the story. Paimon feels all warm and fuzzy inside after that.
In a way, it seems like this story is also one of the Dendro Archon's avatars.
Dunyarzad, since you worship Lesser Lord Kusanali, can you tell us anything else about her?
Of course. So did you two know that, I'm terribly sorry, but it seems something's come up now. Let's chat another day.
Yep. We're getting hounded. We're getting hunted. Someone's coming after us. We've been causing a fuss.
Wait! What the heck just happened? It looks like they're searching for someone.
Okay, no, they're searching for her. Fine.
Dunyarzad
Alright.
was acting super nervous just now.
Maybe they forgot that I'm the main character.
This stinks! We finally managed to find a lead about Lesser Lord Kusanali. We can't let them get in the way now. Let's see if we can get rid of them. Then we can catch up with Dunyarzad.
Hey, have you two seen a brown-haired girl wearing a purple top and a long blue dress? We're looking for her.
Did she have bandages wrapped around her wrists?
Yes, that's her. Did you see which direction
Okay,
she went?
so clearly, the Akasha system doesn't have any sort of ID system or tracking system for individuals, and they obviously can't wrench information from their brains, else they will be able to be like, oh, she's here, because I can see her memories of being here. So there's obviously some
That should keep 'em busy for a while.
limit
Let's hurry and find
to what they can
Dunyarzad.
and can't access, beyond what is just allowed to be accessed. Also, that is a most unusual. Alright, it's just a cafe then. Hello.
There you are, Dunyarzad. We thought you might have been long gone by now.
Oh, it's you two. Oh, you startled me there.
You can relax now. We threw those people looking for you off the trail.
Really? Thank you so much. Unfortunately, I believe there's still more of them out there looking for me. Uh-oh, looks like there are some coming this way.
Huh? More of them? Then what are we standing here for? Run!
No, wait, body isn't in the best shape.
You've got the shit as well.
It's difficult for me to run. Okay, sounds good. There's a tavern on the other side of the port we can go to. They probably wouldn't expect me to hide in a place like that.
All right, let's move out. Stay behind us. We'll keep an eye out for anyone looking for you.
You got the same condition, haven't you? Where you got bandages on. The moment I saw those bandages, I was like, oh, yep, she's got that shit.
We made it. Oh, they shouldn't be able to find us now. Wait!
Oh!
Stand down, Dia!
Oh, you're cool. You look cool. Unlike you, you look cool.
My lady, who are these two?
They're travelers that I met on the street just a moment ago. They happened to notice that you were all searching for me, so they helped me hide.
I see. In that case, you two should scram. There's nothing here for you.
You're very cool.
Wait a sec. Who the heck are you? And why are you shooing us away?
I'm Miss Dunyarzad's bodyguard, here to see that she returns home safe and sound. My lady, let's get going. You've been gone for so long that your parents are worrying themselves sick.
And if I refuse to go with you?
It'd be easier for the both of us if you cooperated. But if you insist on not going, then I'll have to carry...
So they were talking about a desert area. So I'm assuming that the desert area has some Egyptian influence? Because she looks like she's from Yu-Gi-Oh! Like she even has the triangle... Okay, they're not. It's not a necklace. It's a braless, bra necklace, neck braless, a boob. I don't know. Whatever. It's hanging from her top. She looks like she's Egyptian, and she does as well. Like Daya and Dunyarzad both look Egyptian. So I'm assuming that the desert is going to be more Egyptian themed than Indian themed.
Hey! Dunyarzad already said she doesn't want to go back. Why are you still pushing her?
Stay out of this. You don't understand the situation. Sorry, my lady.
I mean,
Even
apparently there's a
though
great
I'm
big
your
wall around
bodyguard,
it, so I'm
your
assuming
parents
it's
are my employers.
growing
I
or
have to answer to them.
I don't know.
How much?
Something.
Wait, what?
How much more do I have to pay you to become your employer? So you never listen to my parents ever again. Double? A triple? Give me some time and I'll get that much.
My lady, this isn't about Mora. I don't know what you think of us Eremites, but let me say this. I like Mora, but I'll never go against my principles.
She doesn't have cat ears. She just has weird hair.
I'm here looking for you.
That's even cooler.
It's an order from my employer, but my conscience was also telling me it's the right thing to
Tricky.
do.
I thought she was a
And
cat girl.
knowing your health, carelessly running around like this is gonna hurt you.
And yeah, no tail
For
either,
the sake
so.
of those who love you, don't be stubborn.
No, you're wrong. I'm aware of my limits. And I
But
know
she
what I'm
does
doing.
have
Honestly, the only people being stubborn right now
cat
are my
eyes.
parents. And they know perfectly well that it makes no difference if I'm at home or not. And every time I bring this up, they just change the subject. Dia, you've been living with us a long time already.
Yeah, she's got
Should be
cat's
old
eyes.
news to you.
A little bit. Yeah, cat's eyes. Huh.
Dia, I know it hasn't been easy for Mother and Father. And
weird.
I'm grateful for everything they've done for me. But there's someone else in this world I'm also grateful to. Because she saved me. The love I have for her is the same I have my parents. This is my life and my last chance. So I want to do something meaningful.
My lady, are you sure what you're doing now is meaningful?
Yes, I'm sure. At least, it is to me.
Fine, I won't ask you to return home anymore. But let me make something very clear. I'm only doing this because I respect your determination, not because I agree with you.
You're
Thank
still
you,
so
Dia.
cool.
Sorry for being so rude just now. My nerves were acting up. And I even brought up your payment in such an offensive way.
Don't worry about it, my lady. I did say that I like Mora. Besides, that's our next topic of conversation. Today's little excursion caused such a ruckus that every single bodyguard at the estate was deployed. It wouldn't be easy to hide things from your old man. Since this definitely won't be your last escapade, here's a little tip. You should at least make it look like your room and things are still in order when you leave. Also, you'll need someone to cover you for when you're out and about. So, I'll let you hire me, my lady. This way, everyone wins. As for the pay, let's say half of what your father pays me. We can settle the bill when we return to the estate.
Okay, deal.
Yay! Looks like they've reached an understanding.
I'm fine, really. I just feel a little tired now that things have calmed down.
My lady, stop trying to look tough. We're already in a tavern, so let's rest up and grab some grub.
I'm sorry for worrying you two. If you don't mind, I'd like for you to join us.
Sure! After you rest up, we want to hear more about Lesser Lord Kusanali.
Yep. Ooh, so I think... Yeah, I'm probably never going to get to that bit in time. I still got to remember to finish doing that. Yes, because I've done that. That was the Chiyong village. Yeah, that's in Fontaine. Right. And this is also Fontaine, so I'm probably not going to be able to do any of that. Yeah, 3 days to go. Yeah, I'm not gonna be doing that. Not anytime soon. And then you've got this. Ah, there she is. So that might be the Archon then. That looks like she'd be the Archon. That's either the Archon or someone that's very Archon looking. So let's see if I can get at least one of these. Not that it matters. The rewards aren't exactly needed. But yeah, okay. Well, let's get going. Let's get going.
Ha! Well, if it isn't Dia. Haven't seen you in nearly half a year. Word on the street is that you're a bodyguard for the Homayani family now. Ha! Don't you find that kind of work boring?
Nah, you get used to it. How about a menu over here?
You got it. Huh? Isn't this little Miss Homayani herself? We don't get to serve personages like you very often. We'll be sure to prepare our very best.
Thank you, sir, but there's no need. I don't have a lot of Mora on me, and I really ought to save as much as I can. But please bring these two the best food you have. They're my new friends, so I want to be a good host for them.
Wait, we're paying for ourselves now? Aw, Paimon kinda wanted to try something fancy, but we aren't exactly loaded. Guess Paimon will settle for something ordinary.
We've got like 2 million, we're fine.
How about our charcoal-baked Agelena cakes? They're our signature snack, and they run cheap. Look, other customers over there are eating some now.
That is some good-looking food over there.
Burnt and dry. Paimon will pass. Hey, come on! Paimon? Dunyarzad, we asked a lot of people when we first arrived.
That's baklava!
He was interested in Lesser Lord
That looks like baklava!
So, what made you
Give me the
want to
baklava!
follow her?
Well, remember when you asked me if I knew how to meet the Dendro Archon? Even though I don't know how, I think I've actually seen her before.
Huh?
Baklava!
Yes, it was when I was a child. At the time, my illness had kept me bedridden for the better part of a year. I was stuck inside and couldn't make any friends, and my parents did their best to find treatments for me. But even then, the Akasha didn't have any helpful information. My younger
You'll-
self no longer had any hopes.
You'll
or
depend on
dreams.
the Akasha too
One
much.
flare-up was so bad that I was in a semi-conscious state for several days. Then one night, I woke up alone in my room. I was terrified. My body was paralyzed. Even if I cried, there was no sound. At that moment, an ethereal voice spoke in my mind. Dunyarzad, don't be scared. You don't have to cry.
Dunyarzad, don't be scared. You don't have to cry. Huh? Who are you? How do you know my name? How do I explain this? You might not be able to understand, but actually, I know everything about you. Really? Of course. I know that you're scared of thunder, that you hate taking medicine every morning, and that you love counting the petals on your mom's skirt. Wow, you really do know everything. Dunyarzad, is there anything you want? Want? Not really. I can't go anywhere or do anything. Huh? But aren't you a child? All children have wishes. Tell me what you want, and maybe I can make it happen.
Oh.
And can you make my illness go away? Oh. I'm sorry. But I'm not powerful enough to do that right now.
I think. I
Then
know.
Can you be my friend?
Huh. I have an idea.
The voice said, okay.
I have an idea
I'll
of
be
what's
your
happening.
friend."
Why no one is
Although
dreaming.
My body was suffering during those days. That voice
But only kids
encouraged
dream.
me and told me many wondrous things. Beyond my window was the flourishing SUMERU city. Beyond the city was a lush rainforest. And beyond that was the wall of Samiel, deserts, and all of Teyvat.
Because like I
Once
said, I
finally made it
reckon
through that bout of illness,
that the
I could
current
hear that
Dendro
voice in
Archon
my
is stuck as a
told my
child,
mother about it,
has obviously been
but she said that I must
sequestered
have been dreaming.
for all
But
her
I knew
time,
that that voice was a
might
figment
even
of
be
my
stuck being
imagination.
asleep, and because she's a
Before
kid,
that, I had
she can
never
only talk
heard
to
of
other kids
Teyvat.
in dreams. And for some effect of that, adults don't have dreams or something. I don't know. It's just a weird connection I'm having. Like, only kids dream. The Dendro Archon might be stuck as a kid. It just... that I think there's a connection there, I reckon. At the very least.
Yes, for sure.
I reckon Kusanali is stuck
If
as
it
a
weren't for
child.
that voice, I would have never grown curious about the
And,
outside world.
yeah.
Nor would I have learned how to read and enjoy so many books. That voice sparked a desire for wisdom. It had to have been the Dendro Archon. I've been hoping for a chance to
Like, I
repay
could
her
probably
kindness.
spoil myself by looking
In
at the
fact, I
character
was running around
archive and
today
looking
to
for
help
one that looks like the
prepare
Dendro Archon and be
Sub-Zero's
like,
festival
oh,
for her.
that's her. But I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna. Well, gonna
It's Lesser
try
Lord
not to.
Kusanali's birthday, which was the day that she was found by the sages. It's actually an old holiday that originally celebrated Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's birthday. When she passed away, the holiday eventually became a celebration of the Lesser Lord's birthday. I heard everyone was overjoyed when they welcomed her back to SUMERU. In those days, the festival was a huge deal. But because of the Academia's influence, people have gradually lost interest in the festival. The Academia actively participates in SUMERU's many holidays dedicated to Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. But when it comes to the Sub-Zero's festival, forget any funding. They practically act like it doesn't exist. Maybe they see Lesser Lord Kusanali's birth as confirmation of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's death, so they're reluctant to celebrate it.
Aw, but that's awful.
It is. It's absolutely terrible.
Yep.
Sure, the Greater Lord founded SUMERU, but hasn't Lesser Lord Kusanali been the one quietly protecting us for the past few hundred years?
Just remember that we're still out in public. Don't get too carried away now.
I know that people over by the Grand Bazaar still hold the Sub-Zero's festival to this day.
I mean, every other
I
Archon,
hadn't met any of them before.
maybe aside from
so I was
Raiden,
never able to
never really
contribute.
did much for the last
But recently,
300
I made a
years.
friend who also follows Lesser
They
Lord
kind of just
Kusanali.
stopped doing what they were
I gave
supposed
her
to
my
do.
savings because I want her to throw a wonderful festival this year. That's the least I could do for Lesser Lord Kusanali.
Hold on, my lady. Does this friend happen to be Nilu?
Ah,
The one
Nilu.
who sends flowers to the estate?
Yes, that's her.
We're gonna
I saw
we're
her
gonna meet
leaving
Nilu
the
for
other
the
day with a
first
nervous look on her
time.
face. It seemed like she was hiding something in her arms. Did you give her something?
Yes. Initially, I didn't have much Mora prepared, so I had Nilu sell one of my skirts. I've agreed with Nilu to meet up at the Grand Bazaar today, and see how things are coming along. Dia, would you accompany me?
Sure. That's quite the trip, though. I'll carry you.
No, that would be too much, even for you.
You might as well just accept the lift. If I let you walk, who knows how long it'll take us. And if anything happens to you, then I'd really never hear the end of it from your father.
But of course. Nilu will be thrilled to hear there are more people interested in Lesser Lord Kusanali.
I mean, she's obviously still handing out visions, but again, it's been very unclear if that is something that the Archons do personally, or if it's just something that happens. It's been very unclear. Because if it was a case of something that the Archons can actively control on a personal level, then why isn't that during the vision hunt, Raiden didn't just go, you have a vision, now you don't. You have a vision, now you don't. You have a vision, now you don't. That's what I would have done if I was her. Or them, rather. Le Grand Bazaar. Huh.
Sorry I'm late, Nilu.
Oh, Dunyarzad. It was taking you so long that I assumed you got trapped at home, but you made it in the end. Uh-oh. But if Dia's here, that means you got caught, right?
You could say that, but everything worked out. She's on our side now.
Not completely.
Oh. And who are these two?
Hello, Nilu! We have definitely not met before. How are you doing, person I have never met?
They're visitors who just arrived at SUMERU City and are looking for information on Lesser Lord Kusanali.
So you're followers from another land?
Yep.
That's
People we have definitely not met before.
You two absolutely mustn't miss the Sub-Zerus festival.
Nice to meet you, person I have never met before.
By the way, Dunyarzad, we've already started decorating the Grand Bazaar. It looks spectacular. Thanks to your generous contribution.
You're very welcome. It's the only thing I could do. Do you still have enough Mora?
Probably? But don't sweat it. We've already finished renovating the stage. Come on, I'll show you.
I also believe that the Archons do somewhat work on some level of they gain power from how many people believe in them, or at least directly believe in them, which is why Raiden was so goddamn powerful for everyone, and then when we got blocked, she got a bit weaker. But so it's quite possible that by them not allowing people to worship the lesser Archon, it means that she's not going to be quite as powerful. And maybe, I don't know, maybe we're trying to bring back the old one somehow by getting people to continue to strongly believe in her. I don't know. Maybe they're just controlling shit. And that there's no other mystical happenings behind it. They just want to control shit.
Last time I was here, the stairs were full of holes.
The stairs were nothing. A little while ago, we discovered that the tree above the stage had a huge chunk of bark ready to fall off. Mr. Zubair was worried sick. We reported it to the academia many times, but they never sent anyone to deal with it. We didn't want anything bad happening, so we were going to cancel all the stage performances.
Oh, probably because it was the theater asking.
The academia looks down on performers like us. They probably think it would be best if the theater closed down completely. We can't let that happen, though. Not only would everyone involved in the theater go hungry, but then we wouldn't be able to hold the Sub-Zerus festival anymore. Thank the Dendro Archon for Dunyarzad.
the mora she gave us, we hired someone to patch up the tree, and we also gave the stage a much-needed makeover. The stage is going to be even prettier when it's festival time. I can't wait for you to see it.
How fucking expensive was that skirt? That it could be traded in for the money to do all that shit. How much, like, that must have been an expensive skirt, man. That's ridiculous.
And I can't wait to see you on the stage. You've been practicing so long already. It's almost time for your dream to become reality.
One skirt
It's
paid for
our
all of that
dream.
shit.
I'll do my best for the two of us.
Nilu, what are you gonna be doing at the festival?
She'll be dancing the dance of Sub-Zeros, the most important performance at the
I mean, was it made of
Sub-Zeros
diamonds?
Junyarzad, have you told him the origin of this holiday?
Gold
Festival. I
lace?
told them about the Greater Lord and Lesser Lord so far.
I don't know, we're at, like, I don't know,
I'll tell
Tevat
you
is, like,
too about
at a
how
stage
this
of,
holiday came to be. According to
technological
Sub-Zero's
advancement where
festival was
silk is probably
originally the
still
Goddess of Flowers'
very
birthday
expensive.
celebration for the Greater Lord.
So it could just be a nice
long,
silk
long
skirt,
time ago, on one of
and that
Greater
would still
Lord
be
Rukadevata's
more than
birthdays,
expensive
the
enough
friends
to
threw
do
a
this.
celebratory banquet.
Then again, they got
Some
magic
of the
technologies
gods
and
got
shit, so
drunk.
maybe, I don't know. It's
One
very hard to
started
tell.
playing music, and the Greater Lord started singing, so the Goddess of Flowers began to dance. As she danced upon the grass, countless beautiful padisaras began to bloom wherever she
Paddy
sat.
Saras.
Those brilliant purple flowers became her dazzling stage. All the gods clamored, "Oh, if only time could stop at this very moment." Of course they did. When people mention the gods, they always think of the Archon War. But Sumeru's gods also had happy times. Although they aren't around anymore, they're preserved in
I
our
could
tradition
pull
of
for
dance.
Nilu,
This outfit I'm wearing is apparently based on how the Goddess of Flowers looked.
because
Though
we're here
just
now,
tiny people
and I
compared
could
to
grind
the
for her
divine,
stuff.
we still have to do our best to make sure that the birthday
But
girl
honestly,
feels
I'm not a
loved
big
on
fan of
special
her
day.
playstyle.
Nilu, you
It's
of
a
all
bit,
people will definitely be able to
it just
convey
doesn't
our
quite hit me the
wishes to
same way that some of the ones I
Dendro
really want to pull for do.
I also noticed that you went the extra mile
Nah.
and centered Padisaras around the stage.
They symbolize the Goddess of Flowers,
Yeah.
after all. It's just a shame that all the real Padisaras went extinct
Oh,
after
fuck,
her
really?
death.
Yeah. The Greater Lord brought forth Padisaras in memory of the Goddess of Flowers, but she ultimately could never truly replicate that beautiful purple.
Thinking about the Goddess of Flowers
Yeah.
dance makes me wish I could have seen it.
I mean, I've got
If
100
my
pulls
stage
put.
were
I've got
anything
100
like
pulls
that,
saved up now, and I'll probably have more because I haven't spent any of the primo gems I had from
Padisaras on the stage.
clearing out Chinyu Vale,
So,
and I
Traveler
will
and
probably have
Paimon,
more once I finish
what do you
clearing
think?
out the chasm.
Interested in the Sub-Zero's festival?
Um,
Will you two
and obviously I'll
come?
find a lot more
All of Lesser
clearing
Lord
out
Kusanali's followers will be there for her
Sumeru.
birthday.
But yeah, I mean,
It'll be a
if what
good
we were talking about the other
opportunity
night,
to learn more
and it
about
turns out we are going to be having Kazuhara be available, I definitely want to get him. He is just so much fun.
Hey, come on! There's nothing wrong with enjoying a festival. Besides, it's Lesser Lord Kusanali's birthday. She'll be happy to have more people who are celebrating it.
So how about we all attend the Sub-Zeros festival together?
Junyarzad, let me show you which stage decorations we've picked out so far. Traveler and Paimon, if that doesn't sound interesting to you, then feel free to explore the area. Everyone at the Grand Bazaar loves Lesser Lord Kusanali, and we're all looking forward to the Sub-Zero's festival.
In that case, we'll take a look around.
Okay. That's interesting. Wait, where was it? I'll find it there. Alright.
Things are really shaping up, and there's a buzz around the festival this year. We're expecting people from all over to come by this year and buy things during the festivities. Don't be fooled into thinking that Sumeru City has the best of everything. Some festival snacks are only offered here in the Grand Bazaar. And when it comes to musicians, dancers, or singers, the Grand Bazaar's got the best of the best. Sure, those folks at the Academia might not like it, but what's a festival without song and dance?
He's got a point.
Huh.
God,
Revamping
you're cool.
The stage for the festival couldn't have been easy, that's for sure. I bet this year's festival will be one to remember. I don't know much about the Grand Bazaar, but I do know that the residents here have a penchant for song and dance. Two things that the Academia doesn't Oh, and the perfume sold around here is a lot better than what you'll find elsewhere. The fragrances are longer lasting and they're gentler on your skin and... I mean, that's what I've heard.
Oh, really? You're gonna be like that? You disappoint me, Daya.
Dancing at the Sub-Zero's festival. You know, I also danced when I was younger. As a child, I even asked my grandmother why we performed the dance for the Lesser Lord when it was originally done to honor the Greater Lord. My grandmother said that Greater Lord Rukkhadevata is a beloved deity and honored by all. And Lesser Lord Kusanali is too.
Yeah.
If the goddess of flowers ever knew Lesser Lord Kusanali, then she would. The Sub-Zero's festival has been losing its appeal over the years. That is, until a wealthy benefactor stepped in this year and brought the festival back to life. I heard she forked out a lot of mora to make it all happen.
I mean, yeah, I can already see that, especially over this side, it's still not quite up to the best standards. Like, the moss is overgrown, those lampposts are knocked down. There's definitely still a bit of tidying up to do.
Whoa! What's with your yellow hair? And why do your clothes look so funny? Are you an Outlander? Did you know that the Sub-Zero's festival is about to happen? There'll be loads of fun things to do at the festival. But the best part is when Ferris, the Knight of Flowers, passes out candy to everyone.
So people have definitely still been doing it, but it's obviously not to the level that they're going to do it this year.
There's also something different about you from when
Interesting.
we first met up.
I thought I'd add a little extra pizzazz to my dress for the festival. See?
Wow, did you sew all that yourself?
Uh-huh. Sewing is a fundamental skill for everyone in the theater company because we make all our own costumes. Did you know that Mr. Zubair not only can make costumes, but props too? I've noticed that you can't keep your eyes off this crown. Would you like to try it on?
May I?
Of course. The legends say that the goddess of flowers had beautiful
I don't
horns on her head.
believe
So this crown was made to reflect that.
they made a model for that.
Dunyazad!
Oh, come on!
You look absolutely stunning with it on. It's like I'm looking at the goddess of flowers herself.
Limitations of the game engine. Oh, well.
Hey, is that who Paimon thinks it is? It looks like...
We're lucky we get skins. Or outfits, rather.
Huh. Come to think of it, Paimon's only ever seen her behind the counter at the Adventurers Guild. This is the first time we've ever seen her taking a break. Hey, Catherine!
Oh, hey! It's the Traveler and Paimon! What's shaken?
Whoa. Break time Catherine sure sounds a lot less formal than usual. Paimon was still waiting for her to say Ad Astra Abyssosque.
Sure. Standing behind the counter at the Adventurers Guild doesn't require any complicated functions. But saying and doing the same old things over and over again can get pretty monotonous. Like watching the same Fontaine
Functions?
movie day after day.
Like a robot functions?
Take YouTube, for example.
Hmm.
You travel across Teyvat to enrich your lives and gain new experiences.
Well, we enjoy traveling across Teyvat and all that, but we're mainly looking for clues about his sister.
Yes, you should keep searching. Sometimes the answers we're looking for aren't necessarily at our intended destination. Instead, they're found along the way.
Huh. Haven't we heard someone say something pretty similar recently? Anyways, what brings you out here, Catherine?
No, not particularly. I guess you could say that I'm loving the recent atmosphere here. If festivals bring happiness to everyone, then that's where their true value lies. Oh, it looks like it's about time for me to be heading back now.
Alright, we'll see you next time at the Adventures Guild. Oh, by the way, thanks for connecting us with the Eremites. We've already...
I'm sure you two will get along well with the people here. You've already been blessed by the element of Dendro after all. See you around.
I just had something else I want to check.
There's something really different about Catherine today.
Hey, traveler. Paimon.
Oh, hey, Dia. What's going on?
I've got something to tell ya. My lady knows you're looking for ways to meet Lesser Lord Kusanali, and she's been trying to come up with a way to help you. Well, I have an idea that might help.
Are you serious? We'd love that!
It might not necessarily pan out, so don't get your hopes up too much. I'll need to take you two somewhere and ask someone some questions. My lady is feeling a little worn out at the moment. Nilu's found a place for her to rest. After I take my lady home, let's meet in front of the Citadel of Regzar.
Sounds like a plan.
Now, something I really wanted to check quickly. Right. So... So I'm just wondering, we came through here, we came through a tunnel via the chasm, which, until recently, time-wise, was locked down, right? So, how do other people get there? There's no other road I can see. And maybe there's one down here that goes off to this area, which... Is that going to be where Natlan is? I don't know. It could be anywhere. I haven't looked at the map for like where Natlan's supposed to be. I know that this is obviously going to be SUMERU, and this is going to be Fontaine. But, somehow I was able to finish fucking Leisha. Whatever, we'll see. We shall see.
Sorry, I'm late. It took some convincing for the master and mistress to believe that Miss Dunyarzad was only sitting in the port for a while because she was in a bad mood. Anyway, I guess I should be thanking you. I haven't seen Miss Dunyarzad that happy in a long time. If it wasn't for you two, she probably would have been caught and dragged back much earlier.
You sure sound a whole lot nicer than when we first met, Dia. Who would have thought you had such a soft spot for Dunyarzad?
It's called being a professional. I'm a bodyguard, and I work for whoever's paying.
Look, Dia's blushing.
Listen, you two.
I saw nothing.
I don't expect to be working for Miss Dunyarzad very long, but I hope to finish things on a positive note if possible. Let's cut the chit-chat and head into the Citadel. We'll see if the person I know has a way for you two to meet with the Lesser Lord.
Right. We're not going to talk to the same guy we talked to earlier, are we? Because that would be quite annoying. We seem to be going around in circles.
Oh, hey, Chief.
Dia! What are you doing here? And well, didn't expect to see you three together.
I take it you all know each other already?
Mm-hmm. We met this morning after the Adventurers Guild pointed us to Ozfon for more info.
No kidding. Huh. So, where's Ruksha? I thought I'd help these two out by asking about the theft. Anything you can tell him?
Rukshaw's gone over to the Academia. The Grand Sage recently ordered SUMERU City to begin bolstering its defenses. So people from all over have been called back to the city. Since you've already mentioned the theft, I suppose I might as well tell him what we know.
Appreciate it, Chief.
Theft? Sorry, what the heck are you guys talking about?
Just recently, the Academia lost something, and there's a chance the item is connected with the Dendro Archon. This case might just somehow help you in meeting her.
I suppose that's one way to look at it. But if you ask me, the case is more about the Academia than anything else. Let me fill you in. The Academia recently sent a convoy to pick up an important package from Aru village. Word got out, and the convoy was robbed on its way back. The Grand Sage took the whole matter very seriously. Not only did he dispatch the Matra, but also enlisted our help in the search for leads. All we know so far is that whatever was stolen is currently in Port Ormos.
You two have heard of Port Ormos, haven't you? It's the largest commercial port in all of Sumeru. You can travel
everyone travels here by port. Okay, that makes sense now.
The Academia grip isn't long enough to reach all the way to Port Ormos, so the city's a little more laid back, meaning the population's also a mixed bag. You never
Which is
know
weird
who you'll
considering
meet
it is
there.
connected by land.
Apparently,
You'd think someone would have made a road by now, but
a great deal to do with the Akasha, knowledge, and even the gods. I'm afraid I don't have any other details for you, though. If you're interested, maybe you could head to Port Ormos and ask around yourselves. If you want my advice, try introducing yourselves as students of the Academia once you're there.
Are you serious, Chief? All the Academia students are in Sumeru City, you know. Why should they pretend to be students in Port Ormos?
If you're also interested, just go there and see what happens.
Count me out. I've got plenty of work to do here for the Homayani family. And take it from me, if you two really do decide to visit Port Ormos, you'd best watch your backs. Let's just say that the Eremites there aren't nearly as friendly as those here in Sumeru City. There are even some extremists who go around shouting slogans like, "Retake Sumeru for King Deshret." Word is that more and more are joining their movement. They're becoming a real headache for Chief and the others.
You bet they are. King Deshret's been dead for thousands of years. Now they start spreading rumors of his return. Ridiculous.
Not everyone's like you, Chief. Even the desert natives who abandoned their homes in the wilderness still wish to have a god of their... Well, traveler, that's about all the information we have for you.
Thanks, Dia! And you too, Ozfon! Since we've gathered all we could for the moment in Sumeru City...
Miss Dunyarzad is looking forward to seeing you both at the Sub-Zeru's festival. So, good. Then we'll see you both...
Alright. Okay. Chapter 3, Act 1. If I remember correctly, we go on here and it tells us to do... Chapter 3, Act 1. Fan-dabby-dozy. So that looks pretty far away, and we want to go down. Oh my goodness me, that is actually pretty far down. For once, that's actually a distance away. So, hop here. Nope. I know how to do stuff, I swear. I know what I'm doing. What, by my stream or the other video you're watching? Like, am I too low or am I too high? Ah, fuck off. Ah, okay. I can turn things up a bit if you think I should, so you don't get blown out. All my stuff is around about mid-range right now. Oh, fuck you. Cool. Alright, I'll bunch that up a bit. A bit more. Make it a bit easier for you. If you think any way I can improve stuff, you go ahead and tell me, alright? I'm ignoring you. Not been a lot of fighting lately. Really? I turned my mic up quite a bit as well. Hang on, let me turn the gain up a bit. That should be a bit higher. Ah, you bastard. What the fuck was that? Alright, well, we also want to hit that so that we don't be in the invisible lands. My problem is, I actually have exceptionally good hearing. Like, ridiculously good hearing. So, I've based all my settings off of what I can hear. And, obviously, I am sensitive to sounds, so I don't have it that loud in the first place. Nope. Okay. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. It's always annoying when you can't see where you're going. We are in the Dark Lands now. Why all the way over there? Oh, because there's a... Okay, we'll come back. Whoa! Holy craholy! That's a big one! Holy shit! That's a real big one! Holy shit, man. I'm not fighting that one. Tiny bit. There you go. Holy crap, that's cool. Let's see what that looks like on the map. Oh, it's so cool. Oh, wow. Aeon Blight Drake. A dragon-shaped combat machine. Ooh. Ooh, I want to fight that. Cool. Excellent. Always happy for feedback. Obviously, constructive feedback. I don't want people being like, "Oh, you fucking suck. You sound fucking sucks, mate." That bit is not nice. Over there? That looks like it's a bit withered over there. I may not have enough stamina. Ooh. Let's avoid the robot. Yep, this is weathering. Okay, so we've got a dendrogram up there. Over there. So fuck you.
Retribution!
Alright, let's quickly pop out so we don't die. You know what? First things I'm going to do... Oh, shit. Hang on. I saw one of them around here. Where is it? Where is it? Up there. It didn't... Why didn't it... Oh, whatever. Probably can't do it whilst they're fighting. Fucking world level 7.
Retribution!
Making everything harder. Stop floating, you bitch. I fucking hate level 7.
Better than nothing.
Just that might bit more annoying than it should be. Alright, we are trucking on good here. Oh. More robot shit. Interesting. Lost energy block. Very interesting. No, no. Oh, you bastard.
Where did I...
Huh. Been a long time since I've had a recent event, random event.
That's close enough.
A new punch at you today. Let's move. That all you got? Don't be a killjoy. We've only just begun to get careless.
See what I mean?
Have a load of this. No more tricks up. I'll be back. You can't run. I see through you. Don't be a killjoy. We've only just begun. Unfortunately, you can't run. Well, this isn't over. Detoxifying heat. That all you got? This was well done.
Retribution!
I see through you. Looks like
I know, bastards.
Roasted. Feels clogged.
Fucking Batui. Alright, let's try climbing again. But more carefully this time. And go. Finally. Yeah, so everything travels by port, I'm guessing. I mean, there's a bunch of land connection here, but it's all hills and all that shite. Interesting. That looks like one of those chests that gives you just the item.
You are not welcome here.
Wow, okay, that's interesting.
Where do you think you're going?
Pulverize. I'll
Pulverize this, you bitch.
To ashes!
I'll be back.
Damn it. I hate it when they move.
How regretful.
Oh. More.
Let's end this now. Now you're testing my patience. Let's end this now.
Oh, you're cool.
I'm getting sick of this.
Let's end this now.
I just wanted to open a chest.
Don't need more where that came from.
Yeah, it's just a Serenity chest anyway. Mikey. Yeah, I forgot about that. Electro and Dendrosignal and Dendroculus. Cool. I have 1,321 geosigils. That's how big Liyue is. Do you need to understand? That's how big Liyue is. Liyue is too big. Do you understand? Okay? Now it's going to be a lot louder. I shouldn't have done that. But Liyue is too big. That's just from Chinyu Vale and the chasm. Yeah. It's fucking insane. It's too big. I will not stop harping on how big Liyue is. Like, I bought all the really cool shit you can buy with geosigils, alright? The only thing I have left to buy with geosigils is more Mora. And I don't even need more. Ah, fuck. I don't need more Mora. Wait, you don't want to sell me shit? Fuck you. I don't even know how much more I have right now. It's, hang on. Practice. Ascend. Yeah, I have almost 4 million more. I don't need much more. And Paimon talks about how we haven't got enough money on us to buy fancy meals. We could buy everyone. We have more Mora than fucking Ningguang right now. Actually, I don't know. How much money does she have? Is she like a billionaire? Eh. Ran over.
Come and have a good look yourself. Traditional spices of the highest quality, made with pride and experience.
You've got a deal. I can't thank you enough for always looking after my business.
Believe me, I'm not making this up. Several Eremite mercenary groups are nearly in open conflict, but does the core of 30 care? And that's not all. Did you know that...
Wow! Talk about hurly-burly! This place is busy! Oh, guess that's only to be expected for the largest port in SUMERU. Maybe it's because of what Dia told us earlier, but Paimon can't seem to shake the feeling that there's also danger lurking in these crowds. Ooh. Let's get our bearings so we can start looking for leads. We know that whatever the Academia lost is related to the gods. But other than that, we don't have much else to go on. Osfun told us to try posing as Academia students while asking around. Paimon checked the Akasha on the way here, and the Academia doesn't seem to have any research facilities in Port Ormos. Paimon doesn't get it. Won't we look even more suspicious going around saying we're Academia students and asking about the stolen item? Well, given all the people that come through here every day, if there's any information to be found, Paimon bets we could find it in the market. Let's ask around and see what we come up with.
Yep. Right, so lightning, electro, cryo, and cryo. Although she looks a bit more blue hydro than white cryo. Whatever.
Welcome. Welcome. How can I help you two?
You can help me.
Hi there. We would like to ask
Like this.
you a
Whatever.
question. Do students from the Academia ever come to Port Ormos?
Of course. Especially around this time of year. Students from SUMERU City that are about to graduate often come to Port Ormos to cut loose a little. Many people often talk about how hard it is to get accepted into the academia, let alone graduate. But those who finish their studies and go on to become full-time researchers at the academia have it even harder. Sure, we may not be Sumeru City, but Port Ormos offers beautiful scenery and a stress-free environment. Some even say it's good luck to come to Port Ormos, so students and researchers come flocking here when things get to be too much at the academia. Ah, you see over there? Those are students from the academia. They've been looking worried and miserable ever since they got here a few days ago. If you ask me, the life of a merchant is better. So long as the Akasha teaches us what we need, then life is good.
I am guaranteeing that at the end of this story, we are going to get rid of the Akasha, because people are way too dependent on it. People are using it for fucking everything. They're like, oh no, it doesn't matter, I got the Akasha. Yeah, I don't need to find out stuff of my own. I got the Akasha. That shit is going to get wrecked at some point. I know it is. It's either going to get wrecked, or it's going to be, like, taken over by something else. It is going to be gone by the end of this story.
Those students seem to be discussing
far
something.
too
Let's see if we can
useful,
listen in.
and also far too relied on. It is going to be gone by the end of this story. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But I feel it in my bones.
It's no good. I've tried asking around, but I haven't been able to learn anything useful. Not to mention that a bunch of scary-looking Eremite mercenaries have been posted along the streets now.
There's been a lot of fighting between the different Eremite factions in Port Ormos. If we choose to move on our own, then it would be wise to stay clear of them. Especially the group that's constantly shouting some stuff about King Deshret and some resurrection. I've even heard that the Citadel of Regzar is starting to get fed up with them. What was that group called again? Ein something or other?
They're called Ein El Akhmar. Today, I heard that the thing we're after might be in their possession at the moment.
Wait, come again?
Don't you see? Many of the Eremites in Port Ormos deal with trading this kind of thing. They're usually pretty wary of outsiders, but not so with students of the academia. It's because the kind of goods that students are looking for aren't the kind of goods that Eremites are after. As long as they know you're a student, then deals can be made. I've heard that Ein El Hakmar likes to set up shop at the Jafar Tavern. Supposedly, if you're willing to part with 500,000 Mora, they'll give you info on anything.
I have that money.
Wait, did you
I
say
definitely have that money.
500,000? If information alone costs that much, then how could we ever afford to buy what we're looking for? I guess we might as well give up on trying to graduate this way.
I wouldn't worry too much. Our field of research is very niche. Who else could possibly be after that kind of shady knowledge? I bet it's practically worthless to anyone aside from us.
Well, I guess that makes sense. And the only thing left for us now is to find a way in. Why don't we all just pool our money together and pay for the information?
I have 500,000.
Did you hear that? A niche field of research and shady knowledge?
I'd probably get that much from just trading in my
Pretty
geosignals.
suspicious to Paimon. Is knowledge something people just buy and sell like that? So, what's our plan? Wait, didn't you hear what they just said? Buying information is going to cost us 500,000 Mora! Have you lost your mind? Oh, all right. Paimon never thought she'd agree to parting with that kind of Mora. But if you know...
Cool. Alright, that way. Nope, not that. Okay. Thought it was going to be that. It wasn't. Okay, this place is bigger than I expected. Where the fuck are we going? Oh, we're on the inside bit. Alright. Oh yeah, this is much more porty. Yeah. That there is a port. Now how do I get up to the fast travel point? Yeah, I know it's up there. I'm trying to get up there. Don't worry about me. I'll be up there soon. To activate you and turn you blue. Come on and slam. And welcome to the jam. Oh. You look like you're from Liyue. Nice details. That, yep. You also look like you're from Liyue, and you sound like you're from Liyue. I'm stealing your shit.
This is the place we heard those students talking about. Let's find a seat somewhere.
Oh, you've arrived. Please take a seat.
So, they think that they can go toe-to-toe with the boss? Huh! Once we reclaim the power of King Deshret, they'll be the first that the boss punishes.
They're nothing to be afraid of. Our main rival now is the Caracal Battalion. They've also amassed a significant amount of Mora this time, so we mustn't underestimate.
If we get Caracals in this game, I'm
How
gonna lose my
can the
fucking
Battalion
mind.
compete with the boss when they're nothing but a bunch of
They're so
money-grubbing
fucking
opportunists
cute.
out for a quick Mora?
Yeah, with Boss's fervent devotion, he'll be able to use this power to bring our god back this time.
Huh. All these guys talk about is King Deshret, so they're probably the ones we're looking for.
Greater Lord Ruka Devata. That traitor and her followers must not be spared. The day will come when King Deshret exacts vengeance on SUMERU.
Well, that's,
and all of them shall be punished.
Extremist.
Yeah, Paimon was wondering what they meant too. We should ask about that if we get the chance later.
This isn't gonna go well. I'm pretty sure I was fighting some of their
Who are
dudes.
you? What do you want?
Earlier with that chest.
A student? What's a student from SUMERU City doing in Port Ormos? Ah, well, if it's info you want, you've come to the right place. The question is, can you afford it?
Paimon can't stand to see so much more go. But there's no other choice right now.
Here, this is the merchant's address. Whatever you're looking for, you'll find it there. Hmm? Well, what are you waiting for?
Oh, that's right! We heard you mention King Deshret just now. We're actually interested to know more because...
Fine. Since you've already handed over the Mora, I guess As you can see, members of Ain al-Ahmar are devout believers of King Deshret. Years ago, King Deshret founded the great desert nation that was our homeland. It was an advanced civilization, far beyond anything you'll see in present-day SUMERU. King Deshret was the rightful god of wisdom, but he was betrayed by a companion he trusted. She even stripped him of his title, God of Wisdom.
So, you mean the traitor was...
Greater Lord Ruka Devata, yes. That shameless wretch destroyed King Deshret's civilization, and our ancestors were forced to flee to this land where we were made to suffer the tyranny of our enemies. Furthermore, she conspired with the academia to cover up the truth of her actions, and create the merciful and benevolent facade for which she is now known. Ugh, just thinking about it sickens me. But the story doesn't end there, oh no. King Deshret isn't truly dead. The voice of the Oracle has been heard in the desert, prophesying his resurrection. Mark my words, our god shall return. And when that day comes, all followers of the traitor and all the desert... If what I'm saying makes you shiver with fear, it might not be too late for you to become a believer of King Deshret. I don't have anything to say to you academia people about that. I think this conversation has reached its end.
Not just yet. This man is a fraud.
You again? Deranged academia lunatic.
Yes, it's me again. I already warned you that if you weren't willing to sit and discuss things with me,
He keeps his one on
I'd
the
take
ear, and it
measures
looks
to make things uncomfortable.
It looks
for
like it's
you.
got more to it. That
Listen
one.
to me. That address he gave you is fake. Or at least, you won't find a merchant waiting for you there. This group has been boasting all around that they can provide information on a certain item as a means of luring people into their territory. Once you show up, they keep up the act until they have hard evidence that you want to purchase said item. Then they use that to squeeze you for all the more you're worth.
Hey! Shut it, Alhaitham! What are you playing at, trying to ruin our business like this,
I told you the other day. I wish to discuss my terms with your boss.
Ha! The boss made it perfectly clear that he won't negotiate with you.
Yes, and in no uncertain terms. But that was then. It does not preclude him from changing his mind in the future.
I'm warning you, don't push us, or this could get ugly. We don't usually get rough with people from the academia because it just complicates things. For a lunatic like you, though, we might just have to make an exception.
If you're suggesting that we escalate this from a verbal exchange to a physical one, I accept. After all, even the Archons used war to negotiate the ownership of Tevat. If, on the other hand, we can't agree on any means of negotiation at all, then I'm afraid my next course of action will sting a little more than the mere falling through of a few business deals. I will jeopardize the Eremite's reputation, which I know you value above all else. I am quite confident that if I began to take such action, your boss would willingly approach me himself.
Dendro as well.
However,
I thought it was going to be
I
Hydro. He
fear
looks
that
more
by
blue
then,
than anything.
some things will have happened that cannot
Well,
be
I mean,
undone. Also,
before Dendro got released as its area, you know, before SUMERU became around, there wasn't any Dendro guys because they were still trying to figure out the interactions. So I'm assuming when they started releasing SUMERU, they were like, here, have as many as we can think of. So they're just going to chuck every Dendro guy they can.
What did you say?
consider this. Have I ever failed to follow through on my word in the past?
This guy is really out of his mind.
Okay then. If you really have a death wish, let's meet a week from today. The pier in front of the Pharos Lighthouse, 4 o'clock in the afternoon, sharp. Don't expect us to hold back.
Not so fast. First, you return the 500,000 Mora to them.
Yes, please. I mean, I kind of figured that we wouldn't actually spend it, you know?
Please, I beg you, don't provoke them. We can't afford any trouble with this crowd. They haven't even paid for their food yet.
Ah, Mr. Iman. There appears to be fewer staff in the restaurant recently. This wouldn't happen to be because they're all busy spreading the word to the students, would it?
Well...
Someone who chooses to do business with a group like that really can't afford to get so flustered the instant someone confronts them about it. Consider the meal compensation for our silence. I'd say you're getting an excellent deal.
Whoa, did you see that? He not only got us our Mora back, but sent the Emirites running too!
Yeah, he seems pretty cool.
He seems to know a lot about what's going on around here. Let's catch up with him and ask some questions. That way, after him!
Chase the pretty boy. And he's gone.
Wait up! It's Alhaitham, right?
What do you want? No need for thanks. My goal was to get to them, and you two gave me just the opportunity I needed. We're even. Oh, I advise you to keep your distance from them. Since
Oh my god,
they
he has
weren't
a
able
full
to
headset.
make off with your Mora in the end, they might harass you again in the future. All right. Goodbye.
Hold your horses! We still have something to ask you about! Since you tore through their scam right in front of them, you must know the real story about certain something, no?
Who exactly are you two? And why are you inquiring about that? A student. Right. Look, you should know that those thugs conducting business with you had nothing to do with your lie.
Huh? he's really strong.
He doesn't even have a vision.
Maybe not, but he can still use elemental energy. Otherwise, there's no way we'd go asking for info from those hot-headed thugs are definitely gonna bring a lot of backup for your next meeting. Even if you don't go alone, you won't regret taking us with you.
All right, I accept. Got a pen and paper? If you're searching for someone who sells that kind of merchandise, I'll give you one of their addresses, and you can try your luck. We'll reconvene at the appointed time by the pier. It doesn't matter if you show up or not.
So, since you were happy to give us this merchant's information, does that mean you can tell us exactly what we're after?
You were willing to part with 500,000 Mora for something and you didn't even know what it was? Okay. Well, if you truly are as skilled as you claim, then you can beat the answer out of them when they become hostile. Look, if you've been making inquiries, then you have to know something by now. Tell me what you know so far, so I don't waste time repeating information.
We know it's connected to the Academia somehow, and that not only do the Eremites deal in it, but...
You know almost everything there is to know, but you're unable to compile this information because you've never seen the object before. This is what you've been looking for.
Huh? Paimon can't tell what it is. It looks like some kind of ornament.
This is a knowledge capsule. To put it simply, it's a vessel that can store a fixed quantity of canned knowledge. It's like a miniature Akasha. Anyone who links it to their personal Akasha terminal instantly becomes privy to its contents. Correct. Anyone. Unlike the Akasha, which heavily regulates who can access what information, knowledge capsules confer their contents without any requisites.
That's amazing.
Yes.
It's essentially a convenient and harmless vestibule for knowledge. Unfortunately, it's illegal in SUMERU to privately possess or trade them.
Oh.
They were created as a means for scholars to transfer knowledge gained from Irminsul into the Akasha, and are intended to be destroyed immediately after use. But despite strict regulations,
okay,
some of
so the
these
Akasha
knowledge
is
capsules
definitely
will
like
always escape destruction.
accumulated knowledge.
After all, there will always be
not
those in
necessarily
this world who are
ripped from people's
dissatisfied with
brains.
life as designed for them by the Akasha and wish to change their fate. Over the past century, a wide variety of canned knowledge has been leaked from the Academia. Now, in Port Ormos, the valuable ones are a means to Mora for the Eremites. Meanwhile, those which the Eremites deem to be useless to them occasionally prove useful to the common citizens and hapless Academia students. Well, I think that about sums it up. Oh, so that... With our current arrangement, I don't believe I can offer an answer. You're still resolved.
Alright.
Let's continue our conversation here. If you wish to learn more about the knowledge capsule that the Academia lost, then you must help me with something. I need you to find someone named Dory, a traveling merchant. Unlike the peddlers who hawk inferior knowledge capsules, she often has quality goods in stock. Some say that as long as there is profit to be made, there is nothing she won't dare to sell. She's guarded against people from the Academia because most of her wares don't comply with Academia regulations. I think she blacklisted me. I met with her informant, but it soon became clear that they had no intention of letting me get any further. Become one of Dory's customers and earn her trust. This is my condition for further collaboration.
Why do you want us to meet with her?
I knew it wouldn't be easy.
Until you complete this task, you don't have question privileges.
Fine. So how do we go about doing this?
You two are outlanders who haven't been here for long, so Dory should view you. Beyond the password, though, I have no way of knowing.
This is kind of nerve-wracking.
The true challenge begins after you meet her. She has a keen nose for Mora and a shrewd eye for wares, and she only likes customers who she deems to have good taste. I'll prepare some funds for you. buy her highest quality wares, and earn her approval.
What? We only just saw a knowledge capsule for the first time! We don't know how to tell which ones are good and which ones are bad. Is that something we can learn quickly?
That's true. Have you two heard of elemental sight? Oh, that's a surprise. Guess I'll have to hold you in higher regard. Anyway, that ability should resolve your issue. Here are 2 knowledge capsules. Tell me, can you detect any difference in their quality?
They look the same to Paimon.
Try inspecting them with elemental sight.
Ah. Yeah, much
How'd it go?
vibrant.
Did you see anything?
Rumor has it that higher quality knowledge capsules generally appear brighter when viewed through elemental sight. That's because knowledge originates from Irminsul, the root of Dendro power itself. The more powerful the knowledge, the richer it is in Dendro energy.
Okay.
However, some canned knowledge with a high concentration of elemental energy is of little use in contemporary times, so those capsules are of little value. Using elemental sight is merely a stopgap measure, but it should suffice for earning Dory's trust.
I mean, how are you supposed to know if it's valuable until you learn it?
Here's a sheet with the informant's location and contact password.
Is it like a
and
one-use
here's the moral
thing?
for purchasing canned
Or
knowledge.
can people just keep using it over and over again?
Don't be cheap. You'll need to spend to catch Dory's eye. Oh, and be sure to exercise some caution. There have been Matra present in Port Ormos lately.
Matra?
They belong to the Academia's regulatory body. They also handle cases of illegal canned knowledge transactions. Like I said, the Academia has banned both their trade and possession. The Matra are razor sharp. You're in for nothing good if they lock their sights onto you. If you two want to back out, now's the time. Okay, then we have a deal.
Looking at what Al-Haytham wrote, Dory's informant is a trader near Old Ormos. Let's follow these instructions and try to get in contact with him.
Right. Let's have a look. Oh. Okay. Okay. I'm not gonna remember that. Let's try.
Hello. What are you two looking to buy?
Fuck it. Genshin. But. Oh, hang on. Shit. Can go into my Twitch. My own Twitch. Nope. You can't do that on Twitch. Okay. You can't do it on Twitch. That's fine. Alright, there we go. Information code chart. Bring it up. Alright. Looking to buy unripe power fruits.
What a unique palette. We have unripe horror fruits, but we usually keep them in the back. I'll have someone escort you.
Following the paper got us past the first round.
Ronak, these two want to buy unripe...
Got it. You two, please follow me. You two have a fascinating fashion sense. We haven't seen a customer wearing a SUMERU rose for quite some time.
Hold on. Let me think. Sumeru Rose means common merch. No, look again. We're obviously wearing morning flowers.
Ah, my mistake. I do apologize.
Whew. That pop quiz sure was scary.
Ah, the warehouse is up ahead. Please follow me.
That was actually quite a cool little moment. I wish we could interact with it, but the game isn't set up for that.
Before I retrieve your products, I need to confirm a few things. Please forgive me, but we may not have sufficient stock for you today. Earlier, many of our hara fruits were taken by mice. Thanks. If better goods come in, you'll be the first to know. You look like you have some skill. Why don't I pick out some fruits that'll make you dizzy?
Alright. Compliment a customer skill corresponds to how fruit that causes dizziness and ringing. Yeah.
Yep, that's the right answer. But eating hara fruit that makes your head and ears ring sounds like a bad life decision.
Would you like your hara fruits to be packaged in the SUMERU City or Port Ormos style?
Purchase in bulk?
Wow, you two sure are generous customers. We'll be sure to package your products beautifully. Okay, everything has been confirmed. Miss Dory is waiting for you up at... Shoot! It's the Matra! Run!
What? The matcha? Where? I'll hate them said we're done for if they catch us. We gotta get out of here. We don't know this area, so let's follow that informant.
I didn't see no one. I think this is another test.
He ran that way.
Yeah, I think this is another test. Like a... Oh, hang on. CD. I know it's not a CD, but it's basically a CD. Brrr.
Look, he's over there.
Run, run away, hey ho. Run away, hey ho. Run away, hey ho. We gotta get closer.
Hey, if you're hiding from the Rishbaland tiger, come this way. Another password. Huh? Oh, that voice came from behind the building. Here, over here.
Oh!
You can stop running now.
You're a character! Awesome! Wow!
So you were the one who was calling out to us just now. But, are we definitely gonna be safe here?
Wow, okay.
These two good customers wish to buy some hara fruit, Miss Dory. And if there's nothing else, I'll just excuse myself.
Great, another short stack.
Very good. Thank you. Huh? Wait, you're Dory? Paimon sure thought you'd look a whole lot scarier.
Hey, what are you trying to say, Princess Pea-Brain? I can be scary enough when I need to be, believe you me. If you don't watch what you say, then you can forget about doing any business. But it seems you two have actually done pretty well so far. Not only did you manage to find the informant, your reactions were also pretty sharp. You don't really look like criminals or anything, but I bet my Mora that you've been involved in some shady dealings, haven't you?
You're very purple.
Paimon's not sure if that's supposed to be a compliment.
I can't risk doing business with people who start huffing and puffing after just a few paces. No matter how much Mora they might have. Not only will they get caught by the Matra, but they'll also get us into trouble. As decent folks trying to run an honest business, we don't need any of that. Wouldn't you agree?
Honest.
So that's why I prefer to have customers like you. It's your first time here, but don't worry, I won't ask too many questions. Even if you wish to buy enough knowledge capsules to decorate your house with, please knock yourself out. As long as you have lots of round, shiny Mora, then we're all good.
I like you.
Ah, yes, of course, of course. Go ahead. Help yourselves. Voila!
Wow, she has a trove of canned knowledge. Whew. She'd probably be in serious trouble if the Matra caught her.
What kind of products do you seek, my dear cut? Take this one, for example. An analysis of the sociological ideology and dialectics of the Hilichurls. Only 3 people in all of Teyvat have ever studied it, making it extremely rare. It's a...
Yeesh, who would want to be...
Or how about the architectural styles and construction methods of Teyvat in the early Archon War period? With this one, you can become an expert in historic architecture preservation and find an excellent, well-paying job.
Ooh, now
2 million Mora. Whoa! Of course, you are free to pick whatever your heart's desire.
Alright, let's try the method that Alhaitham mentioned.
Ooh, 4 shinies. 3 shiny ones.
You've really got a good head on your shoulders, and quite the eye for quality.
Really? Why you do this?
We'll take these, please and thank you.
My oh my, you are blessed with a taste for both the exquisite and the extravagant. Customers like you are a rare breed. 1 in 100. No, 1 in 1,000 even. Listen, I have a special offer for you two. If you spend just 100,000 more, you can pick any knowledge capsule of your choice up to a value of 1 million Mora.
Say what now? Hey, did you hear that? Spend another 100K and we get a capsule worth a whole million! But all the canned knowledge we just bought is easily worth 500,000 Mora. If we spend just a... Think about it. We've gone to all this trouble to get this canned knowledge. And so, aren't you even the least bit curious about how this whole canned knowledge thing works? We're talking instant knowledge here. Don't you want to try it yourself?
Paimon, shut up.
Come on. We still have...
Stop saying his name, you fucking idiot.
Alhaitham's Mora left. So let's put it to good use by finding something useful for you. Ahem. You...
Excellent. Then please...
Hold on a second. Paimon thought we could choose...
Oh, but my dear customer, the knowledge capsules over here are worth 1 million Mora each.
Oh, Paimon has a bad feeling about this. Let's use Elemental Sight to get...
They're all useless.
So, what did you see? So, they're all worth about the same amount? Well, anyway, the Mora's already been spent, so let's at least try to find something useful. Let Paimon take a look here. An introduction to traditional Sumeru brewing techniques, the art of growing spices, an overview of ancient runes. Oh, how about this one? Sword fighting techniques 8.
That would actually be quite
Not
useful.
sure we'd ever find volumes 1 through 7, but at least this knowledge should be useful. Dory, we'll take this one.
All right, very good. I'm expecting some new goods in the next couple days.
Adherence with Dory went smoothly enough. Let's head to Wakala Funduk and meet up with Alhaitham. Hopefully now he'll finally tell us about what the Academia lost.
Wait, is that actually something we can use? Oh, okay. It just sits there doing nothing. I mean, we got a bunch of stuff that sits there doing nothing. The fucking tainted blood, the Molyneux fragment, the funerary mask, realm dispatch, which I can't even remember what that does again, and the archaic stone, which at one point we were going to sell and then didn't. So yeah. Yeah, we've even still got another huge bag of Mora there. This huge bag of Mora from Childe again. They need to clear this up, man. And I can't destroy any of it because it's all quest items. I'm not going to destroy that. Crazy. Anyway, that's all for today. I'm tired. I'm going to go sleep now. But thank you for watching. We will be continuing our journey into Sumeru. Sumeru. I'm still not really sure how to say it properly. And hopefully we can get it done before we run out of time, but we'll definitely have them all done by the time Natlan comes out. So we'll see how it goes. I mean, if we look at the size of the map, this is about a third of it, I'd say. Maybe a fourth. I don't know. We've done 2 statues, and there's 9 total. So maybe more like a, yeah, I don't know. Maybe more like an 8th. But anyway, that's all done. So thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. Follow me on Twitch. Please comment on how I can do better, because I always want to do better. Thank you and good night, everybody.